cellular again? And
Make America connected by good value. Go ahead.
Wasn't there like a whole joke about peanut farms and stuff? Doesn't that come into play here?
Right.
Didn't that
Billy
lovely Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter. Sorry, Billy was the brother.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm to avoid the look of
that he might be
conflict of interest, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's like doing meme coins and Trump's
okay, here's what I want to know. Here's what you want to know. I would sign up for his cellular service if I could pay for it in Trump coin.
Ooh.
There you go. He should accept Trump coin if he's so freaking big on it.
Well, but Trump coin, how do we say this? You're only making dough if you're Chrissy's walking through. Let's see. Never mind, she changed her mind. Trump coin is only worth something if you're like the top 8 or 10 guys on there or something.
Well, that's the truth of it. But the reality is his but his take on it is that it's like, it's a totally valid business.
Yeah, totally
financial, it's got his name on it. Shouldn't he be backing it up?
Oh my God, this kills me, man.
I just
so welcome to Damn Dirty Abes.
Oh yeah, right. Hi everybody. We don't just complain. We complain to people.
In between words.
In between. Exactly. Hello everyone. Who we got here? We got Listen to Me Man.
Chaos Surveyor.
And Chaos Surveyor, which is truly one of my favorite usernames, I've got to say. Good evening, Jen. How's life across the pond? It's a balmy. Although you've had some interesting weather, GimpyG.
We had interesting catastrophic
you live in interesting weather.
Yeah. So I live in Northeast Colorado, and usually we'll get some thunderstorms late afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock.
It builds and builds and builds. It becomes more and more oppressive, and then it comes down. Yeah,
right, and billows across the Great Plains where the deer and the antelope play.
That's right.
But then
we shot them all. But yeah.
Well, yeah, and punched the rest in the face. So last night at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, all the alarms on the phones go off. I think that's useful,
So the alarm. So you'll get a weather alert alarm that'll actually wake you up.
It takes over your phone. Boom! It hits your cell phone.
Do you get those Amber Alerts as well? Like when kids go.
We do.
Yeah,
yes, we do.
Those are creepy as all hell.
They scare you.
We had one about our nuclear facility, and it turned out someone screwed up.
Jay Ritchie.
What's that?
Jay Ritchie said the storms this morning were intense.
Oh,
we must have somebody near me.
Really? Well, okay. So sorry, I cut you off. So alarms go off. Phone is taken over to alert you
to. In blah minutes, baseball-sized hail is going to hit the area, and so I don't know. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I don't know.
What are you supposed to do? It's not like you could. I mean, other than taking shelter. But
I'm in my room. I have one window. It's a 1950s house. Right. Actually, I have 2 windows.
One. Did you hear it on the roof?
Oh my God! Good. I had Trenton buried me in pillows.
Which is also what he does for fun. But that's
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. That was
bury me in pillows. And I want whipped cream. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that was aside from the storm.
Yeah,
it was just No,
let's stick to the storm, GimpyG.
Yeah. So the storm.
I don't care about your pillow fetish.
Yeah. So the cacophony is amazing. It's just boom, 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 boom. But we didn't get hit by the big stuff. We only had I think they said quarter-size hail.
Still, that can do some damage.
Oh yeah.
In a way, the small ones. Have you checked the roof? I imagine you.
I have not checked the roof.
You need a drone. That's what you need.
It's kind of interesting. There's a whole grift on people chasing storms around here now.
Oh yeah.
That's come up over the last 10 years.
That Tornadoes movie, the Twisters movie.
I don't know about that.
Well, there's a Twisters movie. There's an original Twisters movie, which I thought was kind of bad, but then they did a second one just to prove how bad they can be, and but yeah, a lot of that was about macho guys driving around and.
Well, these aren't storm chases. These are, let's get up on your roof immediately after the storm, There were people by 7:00 this morning approaching people's homes, knocking on the door. Do you want us to look on your roof and see if there's hail damage? Guess what they're going to find? Hail damage.
Hail damage,
No
I'm
matter
guessing.
what. Yeah.
And
Well,
remarkably, they all look like people have put their feet through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other word for?
Yeah, it's true, Cal. Bill Paxton was very cool. And hello, Cal. Everyone, say hi to Cal.
Cal.
Otherwise, she might bring her hammer down on you. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Hey, Cal, you going to England? I'm trying to convince Cal to go to this. It's no longer Comic-Con Basingstoke. It's called something else now, Comic-Con something. But I'm going in September, so in England. So I want Cal to come so I can mock her in person.
I think it would be wonderful if we could figure out a way to, even if we had to supplement somehow.
I think you should do it. I think we should do a Damn Dirty Abes. I think we're going to do an I'm with Genius while we're there.
That would be great.
So I say do one day I'm with Genius, one day Damn Dirty Abes. In fact, we got a couple of actors with disabilities who are guests.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
On Damn Dirty Apes or I'm with Genius?
No, on at the convention.
Well, then we'll have to come say hey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like a perfect, like if it's, you got to bring your show to the cons, man. Speaking of cons, how did we all like our photo for today?
Yeah, yay! Woo!
Is this just fantasy?
Yeah.
Oh, is it fantasy?
Is this the real life?
I'm afraid it's the real life. We actually said this. Both Lance and I were like, no, this has got to be like a generated image, right? This has got to be.
We thought, yeah.
But no, apparently, according to Peacock, NBC News, I guess, this is an image of Trump waving his phone with a message from Roger Stone on it, and pitching his new phone company. He's like the Ryan Reynolds he's like Mint Mobile.
I feel like he's who is that guy? Hello, I'm something, and I'm selling you Mighty Putty.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't feel a bit like infomercials. Are you tired of old cell service?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He is his own background. It's very true. Very true. Why is my little mouse not working? Okay, I see. There we go. Now it is. He's just a wanker. I love that. Our political discourse has just come down to this. He's a wanker. So we should say so hi to some people. Who we got here? We've got anonymous friend from Newfoundland. Isn't it grand? Newfoundland. I freaking love that place. Jay Ritchie, who's in your hood, because they got the storms as well.
I'm curious about that.
Listen to me, mom is already laughing at us. Samara from Nipawin, Saskatchewan, lovely part of Canada. I guess. So, I shouldn't say the lovely part of Canada so much as it is some of the loveliest people in Canada come from Saskatchewan.
Wait, from a land of lovely people, there is a lovely.
There is a lovelier. Oh yeah, there's a lovely epicenter, which is the prairies and Saskatchewan is definitely one of my favorites for the people there. And I got to say, I struggle with their winters and their weather and their bugs and stuff. But other than not living there, they're amazing people. Jay Ritchie does live in Denver. Tiresias is hello from St. Petersburg. Wow.
Wait, Florida or Russia?
Oh, I was thinking like Le Carré kind of. I thought we were in like the middle of like a spy thing.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But it could be Florida.
Yeah. Listen to me, Mama. Can't imagine, how much they'll panic they panic with slush and snow. Can't imagine real weather issues. Didn't get bad hail this morning. Still rough. Cal's in love with Bill Paxton. Is Trump a Goa'uld? I think that's like makes Goa'ulds look bad. Free tickets? Yeah, I think I could get you a ticket, Cal. I'll look into it. I think that's the least I could do for you.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Wow. Samara lives 30-minute drive from the largest uncontrolled wildfire in Canada. It's finally getting under control. And then they're getting tornadoes and thunderstorms south of us. Oh my God. What did I just say to you? I said, how many more signs of the apocalypse do we need?
Yeah. And then I said, how about Trump Mobile? And then that was the end.
That was it. And that was it. Exactly. Wow. Tom's saying hi from Sweden.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Good man. Thank you. And hey, Acadia's here. Oh, that's better. Accidentally got on YouTube first. Well, you prefer Twitch?
Hey, whichever you like.
And Kareem
That's
Kefo,
yeah.
how the hell are you? It's been ages. Christian's here. All right. Okay, so what do we got? We got some topics to talk about. So this is a new one that I didn't believe it. Like when you told me, I kind of like,
Right.
and yet at the same time, it all sort of makes sense. He's got his own coins. He's got his own social media platform. Oh my God, he's the president.
The
Oh,
president of the
the
United
president of
States.
the United States has his own social media platform, has
Now
his
I'm not.
own
Yeah.
coin, and now his own cell service.
Did we mention the Jimmy Carter at the beginning of the show, or was that just between you and I?
I kind of did we? I think yeah. I think I
Anybody?
mentioned peanut farmers. Yeah, they took
Peanut
away his.
farmers?
They took
Yeah.
away. He decided to get rid of his farm because it looked bad.
Right. All presidents up until the 45th president would take all of their holdings and put them in a trust that they could not look at.
Mhm.
And a third party would be the trust runner.
Yeah.
You know, any of their stocks, they would get out of the stock market completely. That would all be pulled out and put in treasury funds.
Reporters do that, for fuck's sake. Like reporters will actually speak to this, right? Will not own stocks because they're doing. They could inadvertently find
Right.
themselves covering a company that they have stocks for or something.
One of my favorite streamers or YouTube content creators,
You mean
his
other
name
than
is
me?
CoffeeZilla. Well, besides you, because you're so frequently on. You're
Shut
like
up.
a machine.
Don't shame me. Don't shame me.
Uh,
I have a life,
CoffeeZilla.
damn it.
Have you heard of CoffeeZilla?
It's familiar, but I don't. I'm gonna have to look it up.
He
Yeah.
goes through. He went through and showed where Jake Paul is like ripping everybody off, and he goes through and
Oh, I have seen some of his
he's
stuff.
really been busting a lot of big
Yeah.
scams.
Yes, investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, which was actually a crypto thing, wasn't it?
Right.
I-
Like a crypto game, quote unquote.
Sorry, can I jump in or are you?
You go ahead.
So I was listening to one of my wonderful cyber crime podcasts, and this guy was talking about crypto, and he was saying how he was looking into crypto and these NFTs and stuff. And so what he did, thinking he was very smart, was because it's all on the blockchain, you can see who's doing what. So he just started following all these people, these whales who are making a lot of money building these, and seeing what they were buying, and then using that as a guide for what he should get into. And he saw them suddenly start picking up all these NFTs, and he's like, bang! He bought a whole bunch of them, only to discover it's a scam. What someone had been doing was sending this whale of a
Oh.
So it was just showing up in his portfolio of stuff, even though he hadn't bought it, didn't know anything about it. It was just in his. So people who were analyzing the data were being misled by this stuff. I thought it was kind of genius, I'd have to say.
The whole crypto thing in itself is, I mean, there are a handful of people know when it's going to go up for sale, and they're and they've pre-bought or were pre-given a certain amount of
and dump.
The pump and dump. Yeah. They jam money in, and they all have a time when they're going to yank the carpet or rug something.
One of my favorite, what are these cybercrime podcast things, which is Darknet Diaries, did one on a guy who was a crypto guy, obviously kind of on the spectrum and stuff. He went to work in England at this company that was called something like Pump and Dump. And it was the whole idea was that you went on and you did like a show type thing of selling your stuff. And your idea was to give it to as many people as you could to buy this stuff, usually friends and family, and then get the hell out before it bottomed out. And they would do things. They allowed a video section. So they'd say, like, if you buy it's like a Black Mirror episode. If you buy my meme coin, I'll stick cucumbers up my nose, or I'll put my granny in a cage, or like all these horrific things that people would do to try to get attention, to try to get people to buy these useless.
Right, you get this is real life, right?
Yeah, and this is real life. And this guy was so, like, I guess, just disgusted by what this company was doing, that he hacked the coins they were using, the system they were using, and diverted all of the money to various different people that he liked or charities or whatever. Like very sort of not really Robin Hood, but kind of like, oh, I like that guy's YouTube videos. I just gave him like $1 million in whatever. So he split all his profits went to these different people. Never to himself. Oh, well, maybe to him, but it seemed like mainly to other people. So, of course, when he gets arrested, he's like, I didn't take anything. Like
Oh,
I may have played with some code, but
yeah.
anyways, he still got nailed for it, I think. But just a
No.
fascinating story about just the depths, how the legal system is basically protecting the people who are, I would say, questionable in their legal
But
practices anyway.
well,
So
I don't know if you saw, but Trump, his Justice Department is no longer pursuing any crypto oversight. None. There is zero. You can look it up. It's a thing. I'll go ahead and help. But crypto is now no longer regulated by.
this is live R1 Axel, indeed, or as live as we get, anyways.
It's live as hell.
It's live in a kind of a sleepy way. How's that?
A zombie-ish way.
Yeah, exactly. It's we're slumbering, not so much. We're not live. We're slumbering.
I invented a good meme coin joke. Are you ready
what do you
for
got?
this one?
What do you got?
Okay, I don't know if you saw, but Trump at the beginning of the LA stuff was saying, if they spit, we hit, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
If the crowd spits, they're allowed to beat the crap out of people. So I said, oh God, Hawk Tuah girl, you're dead. But never mind. Do you know who Hawk Tuah is?
I don't know enough about it. I don't. I know that there's some kind of a meme around it, but I'm kind of off social.
Oh, you're English. You would absolutely die on screen if you looked
really?
it up right now.
Okay, I don't want to do that then.
So let's just say, cute little gal, famous for spitting.
Famous for spitting?
Yes, that's Hawk Tuah.
Oh, not like, oh God. There's few things that make me physically ill, and that's one of them.
Well, you wouldn't. It's way worse than that, my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't.
It's a sexual thing.
Oh, it is?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody pay attention.
Can it be a sexual thing in that it never happens? That it's nothing I ever have to see until I might
pretend like it's Lance sex.
It doesn't happen. No. Someone says, oh yeah, KB Thick M says, yep, crypto is fun right now. A ton of money to be made. I'm curious. How does that?
KB, that's amazing.
Is KB doing that? Are you doing the pump and dump? What's the? How does it?
You're the one, huh?
How do people like us get in on this?
Now remember, we're talking about meme coins primarily, not Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is pretty damn volatile.
Yeah, well, what's Bitcoin's at one of the all-time highs now, isn't it? Since this one is in power.
Up and down.
I didn't think she spit. I thought it was a phrase she used. Oh, great!
This is going to be the whole. It was indeed a phrase she used.
But wait a sec, didn't she have she had a meme coin of some sort, didn't she?
She had a meme coin and she had her own talk show. And she was about as thick as a board.
Wow.
I if you're 20 and you're cute, she's probably got an okay personality.
Oh.
But I'd rather. Have you ever seen that thing back in the day? They would drill holes in their own head to like stimulate their brain.
What?
I'd rather try that.
Rather try that. You feel that can be more successful as an entertainment form?
Yeah.
She had a meme coin, got in trouble for the pump and dump scheme. Pff, her and no one else. David, you still have Ethereum. I think I have some somewhere, but I don't think it's much.
Did you mine ever, David, or what'd you do?
No. I tried some Chia. I tried mining some Chia for a while, which was the one. I didn't like the idea of all the processing stuff, and also I didn't have the processors. So the Chia one was mined based on. It's not mined, but it's based on how much hard disk space you can provide for them. I think Malventano does it now, but because he's got huge amounts of
petabytes of.
I don't have the space for that. Look, I'm still trying to figure out how to back things up. I don't have enough hard drives. I'm gonna go on the street and beg for hard drives. That's my next move. Yeah.
Which is your second most fun thing to do if you can't find them in the trash.
I freaking love hard drives. I love the whole data thing. I love keeping everything because you never know when you're going to use it next. It's
awesome.
How do you both feel about just how volatile the crypto market can be, says Flange Muffler? which, by the way, another great name. Everyone has really good names around here. We need better names. Oh,
Flange
Gimpy
Muffler.
is pretty great. Hewlett, I think we
Thank
could
you.
work on. Yeah.
The one, the only, the Hewlett.
The Hewlett. Because there's too many other Hewletts. It's the problem. Like, which Hewlett?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, like with a lot of people now, I have to say Hewlett, the other one. You know what I mean? Because they know Kate better than I do. Okay, how do you feel about crypto? Are you into any? Have you tried any crypto stuff at all?
Trenton and I, we're huge spenders. Yeah. We bought, I think, $15 worth of.
I think that's mine.
It was not much, and then we resold it right away because we got scared.
I think all told, back and forth, I probably spent about $2,000, and then
gotcha.
And I'm guessing it's worth about. Well, it was worth $2,000. I'm not sure what it is. I don't even know where it is now, to be honest. It's one of those things that there a lot of the places that I bought it in then went under or weren't allowed to practice in Canada anymore, so I had to transfer stuff, and I honestly wouldn't even know where. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a few gigs to spare? Gigs.
Hey.
Mental projects. How many
gigs?
Got a few petabytes to spare? The key with crypto is to dump as soon as it goes up. Well, yeah, I think isn't that everyone's?
See, that's not it.
You have like a 12-hour window to dump. Sure, you might make more waiting for it to peak. Buy collapses is too quick. Treat it like a value stock. Get what you can. That's positive, and move on. But that feels like a losing game to me, doesn't it?
It feels like it to me. I don't know.
That just feels like gambling to me. I was gonna say, why not just gamble?
I had a 14.5% return on gambling on poker. Wow. Just Texas Hold'em. Because no limit Hold'em. I don't even like pot limit because you can't push people out of pot.
Can I turn Trump off? Do you mind if I turn him off? He's irritating.
Sure, go ahead. That would be nice.
Yeah, sorry. I just feel like.
What are your thoughts on the new crystal disk data storage?
Ooh, what's that? Crystal? What's a quantum computing software? Sorry, thoughts of the new crystal disk? Well, no, let's look this up. You go. I'll.
Yeah, that is kind of easy. We do like tech here,
Yeah, especially if it's got an accessibility angle on it.
I want to be enshrined in crystal. Blah blah blah.
Well, I mean,
data storage.
I mean, yeah, if you could be, we're just saying it'd be nice to just download our consciousness and then have to worry about these damn bags of flesh that we carry around.
Yeah. Stupid bags of flesh.
What do we call it? Crystal drives? Crystal hard drives?
Crystal disk data storage, it said.
Disk data.
I wonder if it's like the 3D medium kind of thing where they can bend the lasers to read at but it's almost like a hologram in a way.
Crystal disk is also is a free open source utility that monitors and displays the health status of hard disks. I'm guessing that's not what you meant.
That probably ain't it.
I guess not. I'll have to see. All right, let me go back to the chat and find out if there's any more info. I like watching the sexy alien. Who's the sexy alien? I don't know who that is.
Are you an
please
alien
get rid of the orange moron. Look, that's nothing. That's no. Look, my name is David. Okay.
Yeah, and he's more bluish.
Elizabeth says, I think there are other ways to make money that actually add value to society. Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's, because with gambling, the house always wins. Yeah, but Flange Muffler, how much have you made a lot of money doing this?
I don't trust that though.
The problem is I only ever hear about people doing well, and then
There was a thing when I was really into the poker. It was like 2008, and it was called a Shark Scope, right? And people would tell you how much money they're making, right? And you at the table, and you're like, "Oh, they're idiots! I can already tell." You go and look, and they've lost $10,000 at $5 tables.
Well, right? I remember going to a casino in Australia with a very famous actor who was attending a convention, and he went in and blew $6,000 in about 10 minutes.
Okay, that's
lost $6,000. And I had $100, and as soon as I'd lost it, I just stopped. So, but then he came back on the way out, and he's kind of bummed because he's only, he's out this kind of money. And as he's leaving, he goes, "Oh, put this on that," and he wins $2,000. So he leaves up. But I was like, well, He's like,
What
look,
are you down for?
breakfast is on me. I'm like, dude, that's a $4,000 breakfast. Like, it's not, you haven't, yeah, but I came out up. I was like, no, you didn't. You do the math. Like,
See, now that's interesting.
That's called gambling.
What's the so that's what's wrong with their brain. The regular brain always accentuates the loss and sees the negative side of things, right? Your normal brain goes, I could lose something, or that's too scary. Their brain goes, ha, I forgot all the bad and I just remember the good.
Well, I think we're all deep down hackers. Like, we're all just trying to hack the system somehow. Like, we're all trying to figure out how can we make things work in our favor, and that whether that's just to our own selfish ends, or whether we want to hack it to make it work for everyone, or for our for our family, our friends, that kind of stuff. I feel like we're constantly trying to sort of play the game.
Right.
And I was into it originally. We were into it originally, talking about it with the Tech Bandit kids when we were doing that, because they seemed interested in it because they were hearing a lot about it, I guess, online. And so I thought it'd be really fun to have like a Tech Bandits meme coin. That's that was a meme coin back then, but a Tech Bandits coin, because I thought, oh great, you could support me by doing the coin, and then and it would also be an NFT of some sort. I ended up just doing the coins because the NFTs became it just seemed a bit scummy, basically. Little crypto bro. But I could have been a crypto bro. Think about it.
I think you could have easily been. I remember people being mean to you when blockchain. What was it? The things that like are little pieces of art, but they sucked.
Oh, like the NFTs.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Because you saw you're one of those glass half full tech guys. Now in your real life, it's glass half full of urine, but in tech, you're like, woohoo, glass half full.
Well, I think there is still something to be said for that. I mean, the whole idea behind NFTs, the fascination I had with it and the excitement I had about it was that it was kind of like your own Patreon, right? Like you could say, like, look, you got an artist that you want to support.
Holy
buy one of these little JPEG things, and there you go. What's up?
Aaron Fritz just dropped a wall of text.
Oh, let's see.
What the fish?
It says new quantum-inspired storage techniques are being developed.
Even newer. It's like a huge. But go ahead.
That utilize crystal defects to store vast amounts of data, potentially on the scale of terabytes within a millimeter-sized crystal. These methods leverage quantum mechanics to create high-density storage, with some techniques potentially storing data for billions of years. Wow. Okay.
That'd be cool.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hi, Ron.
Wow. Listen, did you just have that ready to go? How the hell did you get all that in there in one of a text like that? Experimental technology uses nanostructured glass discs similar in size and appearance to CDs to store digital. We're going back to CDs instead of the surface marking used on CDs and DVDs. 5D storage involves encoding data with the glass material using a femtosecond laser. This creates tiny physical structures called nanogratings that change the way light is reflected. Here's why this technology is so revolutionary: massive storage capacity. These disks can store potentially up to 360 terabytes of data, which is roughly equivalent to 72 million photos. This is a massive improvement over current optical media like Blu-ray. Extreme durability, although I've heard that before. Durable, resistant to heat, scratches, disc. Remember when CDs were supposed to be resistant to? Remember when Simon Le Bon put peanut butter on his CD because someone said that it will play with anything, and then he put it in his machine?
No.
Oh, well, I do.
Who's Simon Le Bon?
He's the lead singer of Duran Duran. How dare you not know that?
Oh.
Just one of the best bands that ever existed.
Is it Flock of Seagulls for you or Duran Duran?
Duran Duran. What? There's no debate. Whoa, come on, Lance.
Oh, I saw your hairdo back then.
Do we not like? Look, you don't see the little bit of this, just a tiny bit of 80s still there. Yeah,
because your hair runs so far away.
It had to stay away. Elizabeth says, my kids are interested in crypto and AI, and so I let them pick their topics for research, and they basically all chose those. Then they came out of their research saying it was all garbage.
Good. Well,
good.
Research.
They've done the work. Hello, John D. Brewer, Xeno76. How the hell are you? and Ron Gow as well. We got a lot of people in today. What's going on? 64.
Yeah, that's great. Fantastic.
No one's got anything else to do, I guess. All right, what else is up? We got some things you wanted to show us, right?
I think so. I'm sleepy. Okay.
Are you? Are you
well,
too sleepy?
Remember the 4 o'clock in the morning?
You're going to use that as your excuse for not being on the ball. Is that it?
Well, it's
So how much sleep did you get?
Probably plenty, actually. I don't know. It's hard to go. You can't sleep because I don't know. The dogs are like running all over you.
Oh my God! Of course, the dogs are freaking out as well.
Yeah. It was trying.
Mine doesn't really. Luckily, we had a dog, our old dog Mars, who was perfect, the perfect dog.
Perfect.
But thunderstorms and he was a wreck. Like he would just spend the whole night running around hiding under things, but he wouldn't just stay there. He had to keep running around.
Yep.
So it was like, I was like, look, if you're going to be terrified, just be terrified there. Like, you don't have to, eventually we'd sort of put blankets on him and stuff and try to.
Oh, that's nice. Are you saying you would bury him in pillows? Like Trenton did me?
Oh, there you go. We're back to that. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Sense. Full circle.
Yeah.
All right. You got some stuff. Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
I think we can share this with dialogue too, I think, at this point.
Do you mean the economist guy?
I was gonna go with Piers first.
Yes. Okay.
Is that
Galloway is an economist, right?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody, just so you know, okay. Trigger warning. We are not Trump fans here because he's insane.
Is Piers Morgan a Trump fan?
Piers Morgan is, yes.
He is. Okay. All right. But Scott Galloway is not. The guy on the left is not. And then who's the Shark Tank guy? He's the Canadian that we've had problems with.
Mr. Wonderful. I can't remember his real name.
Yeah. He's a Shark Tank guy.
Shark Tank guy. He's from Canada. Yeah. We import all the a-holes down here.
Elizabeth Rosette says
this is great.
We're listening to Scott, I think, on this one, aren't we? Prof G, as he calls himself.
Professor Galloway.
Yeah.
Is Kevin O'Leary. Thank you so much. Scott Galloway is showing he's rich. He sold one of his companies recently for $100 and some million.
He says it in here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Should we play it? We'll play it while we're talking. Here's this.
Yeah,
talk me through his Optimus thing. I just saw the 10-year-old boy who used to write programs.
I don't think you can deny his genius.
Well, this is Elon.
I'll use Starlink on my flight to London in a couple of days, and it's a superior product. I owned a Tesla. But somehow we've decided in America that innovation and money replaces or obviates or excuses depravity. Cutting off aid to HIV-positive mothers, deciding what veterans should get benefits, cutting off SNAP payments, which have shown to have a positive net return when people run out of money for food at the end of the month. I think one of the wonderful things about being an American, and quite frankly, for me, what it means to be a man and what I try to teach my boys is the whole point of prosperity is such that you can protect people. And I think the two of you are more impressed with Mr. Musk than I am. I think if somebody is making Nazi salutes, if somebody is being sued concurrently by two women for sole custody of their child because that person has not spent any time with that child, when someone is so severely addicted to drugs, they can't get their shit together to show up to the White House without looking exceptionally high. I don't think that's the right role model for young men.
Wow. Holy mother. He's not holding back. Not holding back on that, huh?
That is like catharsis for me. It encapsulates everything. Like my dad was a macho zombie. Bench pressed 475 pounds in his day, right? Lifted me till the day he broke his arm from cancer. He's like the macho guy. And he never did anything like this. His macho was being, quiet when quiet was necessary and calm when calm was needed. Not this ridiculous circus shit these guys think is macho and alpha now.
Do you think that's a product of the social media stuff? Is there more, by the way? Should I keep it up? Or
I think so. You
want to keep going or
let's continue.
Well, no, tell me first. Do you think this is related to social media stuff? Do you think that's
I don't know. Look at these. How old is Piers Morgan and Mr. Wonderful? They aren't children. What they are, they're weak men who got a lot of money. And so they don't actually know what alpha is either, but I must be alpha. Can I tell you a story?
Please do.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me make you larger so that your story will resonate more with people.
I was sitting, I ran something called the tutorial center at the college. And one of the lads sitting there with me, very much a nerdy geek person like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the sports team went down the hallway, just making the cacophony of noise, right? Blah, blah. And
I really hope they didn't sound like that, but okay.
Well, more macho.
Maybe you're not the master of sounds, but okay, yeah.
So I says to him,
burr, burr.
I said, well, those are the alphas. Not too bad being a Z, right? Or a Z.
Right.
And he's like, he looks at me all strange, like, I'm an alpha. And I was like, no, he was serious, right? He's serious. He's an alpha. And I was like, huh. Because I know I'm not. I mean, I try. I don't try. I just am me, but I know the wheelchair thing really hindrance to being an alpha. Mm-hmm. So
what does alpha mean exactly? Like, what is when you define...
you're the dominant one in the room. When you're in the room, you're the one who gets deferred to. You're the...
But I would say then you are somewhat.
Maybe, I don't know.
You kind of run things. You're like running that house from your chair.
Kind of. Well, but anyways, I call myself a Zed because I think that's a little more accurate.
Sounds cooler.
To be along with this kid who was really, like, he was picked on and things in high school. That was what was interesting. I taught at the high school and had him. And then I moved on to the college and he went to that college. So anyways, so I told my cousin, who's like 6'3", big dude. And so I told him, okay, well, we'll check. So the next day we had a gathering at the table. He walked up behind the kid and said, get the fuck out of my chair. The kid stood up, moved over, didn't say a thing. And he just, so his alphaness isn't what he thought it was. I just thought it was a really interesting social experiment. It was.
Well, that everyone. But is that like the same problem as like everyone in America thinks they're just like a millionaire in waiting?
An embarrassed billionaire, yeah.
Embarrassed billionaire, yeah. I mean, I feel like for a long time there, alpha was seen as like, that's a compliment. Anything else is an insult.
Right. Oh. Well, they did get into the beta, sigma grind set where like everybody's a autistic kind of, where they're grinding through everything and getting it done that way. But I say, okay, hey, Acadia, alpha males are someone you feel safe with. But I think that's what it should.
Is that right? That's what it's supposed to feel like. But these aren't alpha males, are they? I mean,
they're not alpha males at all. In a
Dunning-Kruger.
It is. It's the Dunning-Kruger of toughness, right? I'm the toughest guy in the room as long as I'm the only guy in the room. But it doesn't matter anyway. But there is a social hierarchy. We are monkeys. I'm sorry, we are. I've seen it, watched it, lived it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just these guys don't know what it is, and everybody's trying to press this. In what world would Elon Musk be an alpha? If he got thrown in prison, where would he be on the pecking order?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't. I feel like this. I think that's a perfect example of your guy who thinks he's alpha, likes to think of himself as alpha, and is trying to be alpha. And I would argue for a long part of my life, that's what I was trying to be.
Well, isn't that what your late teens are for and early 20s? You're trying to figure out where you're at on the pecking order. Yeah.
And I wanted to be sort of, tall, dark, and mysterious type thing. And the reality is I'm a goof. I love it. I'm more of a jester than I am a king or a knight. You know what I mean?
In those young days, you were just too damn beautiful.
I was too beautiful. It's true.
He was beautiful.
I spent just so much time looking at myself in the mirror and just brushing my hair. It's true.
I'm surprised you don't have children, more children than Musk, really. I'm surprised. You must have held that back.
Yeah, it's true. Elon Musk apparently locked himself in a room and cried for hours when some people booed him on stage. His employees almost called for a wellness check. Well, maybe they should have. It just sounds like, again, like I get very nervous now because when anyone acts like an asshole, you hear that they are neurodivergent, and I'm like, well,
yeah, that's
I don't
bullcrap.
know. Like, I think there's, again, like a spectrum. I think there's certainly
You
people
know
who are
he
gonna behave
wasn't
badly.
diagnosed, right?
Yeah.
He's never been diagnosed.
But yeah, but he doesn't call himself neurodivergent though. Anyway,
Yes, he does.
does he? But that would be
Yes.
DEIA, and then he shouldn't be running that
Don't
company.
ask me. Logical consistency is not a thing of the right.
Yeah. All right. Should we go back see what's going on?
Let's see what he says
what
more.
else I got to say here. Okay, let me get this a little bigger again.
I hope there's a part that we can help.
We're down here. Hello.
Because Galloway, in the version I thought I had, they talk about the Hitler thing, and I would like to address that. Go ahead.
So what I would ask of all of us is look at what money has done to us. That if someone can land a rocket on metal scissors or create a great AV, he's a genius. He's the wealthiest man in the world. But does that mean we should excuse depravity? Does that mean, unlike Bill Gates, he's not using his billions to help people? He's not planting trees, the shade of which he won't sit under? I think this is an individual who has literally come off the tracks, who is rabidly addicted to drugs, and is using his immense power to get people elected, and that too many of us excuse what is abhorrent behavior. Wow. I think his legacy is not going to be an EV or putting rockets into space. I think it's going to be unnecessary death, disease, and disability of the world's most vulnerable. That is not what it means to be an innovator. It's not what it means to be an American. It's not what it means to be a man.
Wow. This is your quote. I believe he's purposefully creating massive market volatility such that him and his insiders can make...
we're back on to Trump again now, but wow.
Okay, well, that's the Elon Musk one. Don't you think the same thing can apply to Trump? Only people who are... Only an idiot would think he's a genius. Only a weakling would think he's strong. I just don't get it.
One of the things that I've noticed, and what I love about doing my I'm with Genius chats, is I'm talking to people who are really smart.
Really smart.
And they're doing really amazing things. They always defer to other people as the smart ones. And it doesn't feel like that false,
modesty
that I have, that I do all the time.
No, you're
me. I'm an idiot. But it's. I mean, I had this wonderful experience. I won't say who it was with, but I had a chat with someone, and
Michael Jackson.
They did one of these genius chats, and at the end they said, "Oh my God, I was having such imposter syndrome," and I was like, "What?" I said, "Well, first off, relax, because I am an imposter. Like, I shouldn't be here.
You are a hand puppet of society.
Exactly. I've just got Hollywood shoved up my, what?
Yeah.
And it makes my mouth move. But I was just so enamored with the idea that this person who was so smart, who had such interesting insights into what they were into, and yet still had that stepping back and going like, wow, I am like, who am I to be talking about this? I just think it's really, I think the more you think, the less you know, the more you're willing to know, I think is part of this. You know what I mean?
Wait, you got to tell me if this is right. Is it Pablo or Pablo?
No. I'm not telling you. I can't tell you.
Well, don't tell me. But like Pablo.
No.
Pablo was.
No.
He's so perfect. I could see him saying that.
Pablo was like saying that on the stream. Pablo, my astronaut friend. Yeah.
If you put James Gurney, and Pablo in a room,
would it be weird if I got Pablo t-shirts?
No, not at all. I already got the tattoo.
I would get the tattoo. That's true. That's the one face I would have tattooed on my back.
If you people aren't watching, watch I'm with Genius.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the recordings.
I should cut out Pablo's part. I should just trim out Pablo the astronaut's part.
You really should, because it's wonderful.
Pablo the astronaut astronaut in training is wonderful, and it explains to you why we're not all astronauts. Basically.
That's an alpha. Yeah. He is perfectly
oh my God.
an alpha.
Let him run America.
I would give Pablo my first child.
I would. Well, mine's
you only got one.
I only got one. I'd give him my second one if we could figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give him your first child as well.
Thank you.
Exactly. So yeah, I think there's this. There's also, I think there's a mistake that people make, which is that if you're smart in one area, there is an assumption by people who don't know that doesn't make you a genius in all areas.
Who was the guy that did everything on gravity? But he only did like gravity on the moon, and he's a big giant man.
Yeah, like the guy, was it Antonio? Was that Antonio?
Bert.
I have to remember. I talked to too many people. I got to remember all this. Okay, hang on. I'm looking.
He's a big, wonderful man.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. That was Antonio. I thought that was Antonio.
No. It's definitely something like Bert or something tough like Buck.
Okay. But Antonio's not tough? All right.
Not if you put Banderas at the end of it.
That's true. That's true. Although he's great too. I like him. All right, let's see what's going on here.
I'm with Pablo. Somebody put that in chat.
That's it. I'm with Pablo that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, let me have a look at my podcast and see who I've had on here. I'm with Genius. I'm looking at Whoa, hello. Nope, don't want to do that. Who have we got? Does it have a list? Oh, it does. Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't Constantine?
Nope.
It wasn't Stratsrad. Well, that's the name of that was the name of the vessel, right? Bart Root?
Yeah, Bart.
Bart Root, yes.
Yeah, come on, tell me that's not a badass name.
It's a badass name, it's true.
You know what? That's a tree in a Tolkien book.
Yeah, that's it. Bart Root. Yeah, I am Bart Root. Yeah, he was great. He was planetary exploration.
But it's all about gravity, right?
Well, he did. Yeah, he was also doing that. He was the one who was doing that historical where they had the submarine that went under and was designed to was redesigned not for comfort but for the getting these very sensitive measurements of gravity around the world.
Right, but he was like
he was just so excited about it too.
Well, what I love though, okay, everybody and their dog, like Deepak Chopra, they all want to talk quantum, right? And this guy is a genius. And he's like, well, everything I do proves relativity, and I'm fine with relativity. So it's good enough for me.
Good enough for me, yeah.
And then you talk quantum, he's like, sorry.
Well, and then Lisa Werner, who's the quantum queen, or who's the other person I spoke to about quantum as well? But Ivana, I think it was. Is it Ivana? I think it was Ivana. Again, they're all like, well, I just know a little bit about what, it's right. Extraordinary. It really is.
If you ask them a little something off their very narrow path of research, they'll say, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
That is not something the current social structure accepts as being a good answer. I don't know is the best answer you can give.
I feel like I'm missing someone. I think I'm missing a post somewhere.
Are you missing the guy who did all the...
No, I'm missing the other wonderful quantum person I spoke to.
Oh, which quantum guy?
I wonder if I didn't. Well, maybe I didn't put it in the list. Oh my God.
Did you put Lisa twice?
Shocking. No, well, Lisa's been in twice. She's been in twice for sure.
I like her.
She's amazing. She's amazing. I'm trying to get her to come to England as well.
Oh, she should come.
Let me see if I can find her. Maybe I must have not.
Are you going to do the thing where you don't wear a shirt, have a big giant gold chain onto a...
Totally. That's exactly.
Onto the iPad and you put me on your chest.
That was the plan. You wouldn't be able to, no one would see you because of my pendulous, belly and breasts probably wouldn't be.
You do not have breasts. You have Putin pecs.
Putin pecs. That's it. You're right. Yeah. My Putin pecs would get in the way. It would obscure your vision.
You were rowing a lot back then though. So...
Not as much as I should be. I need to start doing that more. Why? Yeah, I don't see her thing in here.
You had a different quantum person, you said.
Yeah, wasn't Isaac Arthur?
Isaac Arthur's fun to listen to.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love him. Love him.
Now he's a little less into the I don't know. No, you know what? He says I don't know.
Well, because he's a generalist. That's his whole point is a generalist. Like he knows a little bit about a ton of different things. Although he is a physicist as well, right?
Well, he will conjecture, but he'll tell you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to know what gravity is, right? Yeah. No, them will. Ask Trump anything and he'll know the answer. I invented the word.
Yeah, it's not. I'm missing a chat. I swear to God, I'm missing a chat.
Oh my God, no.
I think I am.
It's not the
No, here it is.
guy.
Here it is.
Oh.
It is Ivana. It was Ivana. But is that in the podcast? Is that mentioned in the podcast? Let's have a little look and make sure that it is.
Wasn't there a Ivana something in a James Bond movie?
I'm like every James Bond movie probably. No, it's with there. It's in there. Okay, no, it's Ivana. It's it's I guess I just haven't got it. Yeah, it's Ivana Kurekek. Amazing. Another one who's just was studying quantum physics and then ends up doing something specific about she's basically giving the go ahead on quantum experiments. What do we got here? What's going on? What's
Cal said it was Austin Powers. I wanna hump a lot.
Oh, that was it. Oh God, Austin Powers. What happened to him? Okay, yeah. So that's what it wasn't. Bond. It was Austin Powers. Yeah, very good. Do you want to go? Is there more to this? There's a Musk part of this too, isn't there?
No, there is a Trump part of it.
Trump part. I mean, sorry.
Which is where they're moving to.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know. Did you ever see? Well, yeah. Let's keep going because, like I said, there was a part where they talk about the Hitler salute, and these two guys on the right. Yeah,
right.
But you could scrub if you want to get to that.
Let's see. We're okay.
Billions of dollars in market manipulation and insider trading.
Yeah,
on his meme coin offer, you said this is arguably the biggest grift in modern history. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty striking thing to level at Trump, that he's creating all this global chaos.
That's surprising to level
purely
at him?
for personal gain.
So I'll acknowledge I suffer from misarrangement syndrome. I also suffer from basic pattern recognition. He has taken tariffs up or down 50 times. 50 times. Taking markets way up, way down. And the net effect, as far as I can tell, is one deal with the UK.
I like how this channel has added its own
aerospace technology and Aston Martin engines for 10% tariff versus 15%. There has not been a single deal of any material value struck here. And then the morning that he announces huge tariffs that take the markets into one of their biggest one-day declines.
Oh, yeah.
His top cop, the attorney general, sells her Donald Trump media stock. Zero-day options value has been the days he takes a tariff up or down. Basically, insider trading laws are no longer in effect. When he can open a Swiss banking account in the form of a meme coin the Friday before his inauguration, and people can put money in or take money out. And
there you go.
Okay. So first off, great look at Mr. Wonderful. He looks like Grandpa Munster.
He does. What's he doing there? Is he part of the show, or is he?
He's trying to kill Galloway with his mind powers.
Oh, I see.
His Jedi, his evil, dark Jedi powers.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's Sith. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's that. You mean Trump? Isn't he Sith? Because he's got the red. The red one, right?
Yeah. Well, this guy's got the. Oh, I like where he says, "I suffer from pattern recognition."
Yeah.
I love that because everybody calls. They get so mad at us in chat, especially from Facebook. Like, you're doing fake news. No, dude, we are. What are you watching?
Get mad at us about this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember the guy that left? Well,
get in my belly. Yes.
So, suffering from basic pattern recognition. I love that line.
Yeah.
He had to have been thinking it up because it was awesome.
He's got stuff like, I think he's obviously very smart. I think he's pretty good off the cuff to some extent, but I think he does his homework. Like Scott sort of seems to come across like he's like all very laid back and stuff, but I also think he's meticulous.
I think he would have been a neocon basically in like 2000, right? Like a new conservative that actually
like small government.
Maybe, but like wants to take care of people and but also make ass loads of money, right? So
there's nothing wrong with making money. I mean, I've talked about trying to sort of start my own charity and stuff, and the people I've spoken to who run charities say like, no, start a business because then you've got more flexibility as to what you can do with the money that you get. With a charity, you're limited to exactly whatever all the legal crap is about. Whereas with a company, you can go like, okay, you know what? I want to fix this now. And you just can't do with a board of directors and all the charity stuff. So,
but feel free to stop the video at any moment because that way we can add our own cake so nobody gets butt hurt.
Right. Will they get mad at us for this?
I don't think so, but no, they won't.
This is a copy of a copy anyways, isn't it?
Right. We're fine.
We're
fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So what do we got? Here we go.
Nobody knows. And just 10 wallets made billions, while 70 or 80,000 lost billions in the subsequent weeks. We have a level of grift.
You can see all of that on the blockchain, right? You could actually, it'd be interesting to know, to go through. There must be some studies of this, because it's all, the beautiful thing about the blockchain is just they go on about anonymity. Sure, it's anonymous and all, except that all of the transactions are part of the ledger. So you should be able to go back. Yeah.
The movement of the money, right?
And if he's seeing a few people making a ton of money in relation to this, that's quite scary.
Insider trading, or what used to be considered insider trading and market manipulation, the likes of which we haven't seen. So wouldn't he be stupid for him and his cronies? Autocracy is based on the following. You punish your enemies, you threaten lawsuits against them, you announce tariffs against them, and you make your allies billionaires. It seems like there's additional options trading and market participation right before he announces these tariffs going up or down.
Wow. I wonder if there's a way, I wonder if there's a way to check if that's the case.
Marjorie Taylor Greene made ass loads of money, and she's nothing. So she just used that insider information that Trump was going to taco and made bank on it.
This is the United States Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Correct. Yeah, not this
MTG she's called.
Yeah.
But I don't want to call her MTG because that ruins Magic the Gathering for me.
It does ruin. Well, actually, Magic the Gathering ruined Magic the Gathering.
That's true. Oh my God, I kind of missed that. Is there something else we could be doing instead of Magic?
I don't know. I like that.
I said it. I did too. Although I don't like all these new ones that are branded. All these, like, all the game brandings, the Doctor Who branding, and I'm a Doctor Who fan.
The all crossover crap. Go ahead.
Oh, it was during a major. I didn't realize it was during a major Marjorie Taylor Greene press conference that Republican got taken out. You know, by the police for asking a question or whatever it was.
No, that was Kristi Noem.
Oh, that was Kristi Noem. Okay,
the girl, the lady that shot her dog and her goat in the face.
Oh, nice. Okay.
A new Democrat in New York got iced. People with masks, and he's running for mayor of New York, and he was just going to observe a citizenship hearing, and they snagged him up. Tons of guys.
Wow.
Masks. Cuffed him and stuffed him. Okay, yeah, the comptroller. Thank you, Elizabeth.
The comptroller.
That sounds cool.
But
if I want a job, I want comptroller.
They just arrested the New York City comptroller. What? For what?
That's what I was talking about. He was going to watch a citizenship hearing or whatever it is, like just a thing that you'd have to go through to prove if you were here legitimately or not. Right? Because they're trying to take this one guy.
Yeah.
And so he just want to make sure it's on the up and up. He's a comptroller. It's basically like a councilman. And they grabbed him up. It's just amazing. Go ahead.
Funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's funny. This is the same government that released all of the insurrectionists. Like,
1,500 people.
It's like the freedom to say what they want you to say is let's see what's got here.
Yes.
Because the net effect for America so far has just been a damage in our reputation.
Yeah.
They had to send out a letter the other day telling nations to come to the table. This guy is literally the worst poker player in the world. He announces 145% tariff against China, and before they even respond, he reduces it to 30%. It's like showing up to a poker table, going all in with bluster, and then before anyone can respond, saying, I fold. The whole world is saying to America and the Trump administration regarding his sclerotic, reckless, and quite frankly, stupid tariffs, the same way Logan Roy responded to his children in succession, you are not a serious people. All this has done is reduced our reputation and created incentive for other nations to reroute their supply chains around us. And there are discussions But they're not
Canada's
happening between
trying, right?
America.
Yep.
They're happening between Japan, South Korea, and China, who for the first time in decades are talking about economic agreements. I had dinner with the CEO of Alibaba in Europe, who is touring Europe and selling the Baba Cloud into European companies who are working with AWS. Kevin, you want to see a reduction in the revenues of your small and medium-sized businesses? Let us continue to damage our reputation globally with a series of nonsensical tariffs, reductions, increases. Our brand, the U.S. brand now means toxic uncertainty. No one knows how to plan their business against this man who goes up.
I thought it was strategic uncertainty.
Well, they're supposed to go. What the guys on Trump's side is, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. You don't know what to do.
Yeah,
he might push a button.
Yeah, you better make a deal with him fast before he changes his mind. Yeah,
Scott Galloway. He's got at least two podcasts.
He's got the Prof G podcast, the one that I listen to him in, because I find him a bit much sometimes.
I do.
I really like Pivot because, but I don't. Weirdly, it's two hosts. It's Kara Swisher and it's Galloway, and I don't particularly like either of them on their own, but together I love their back and forth. So, but again, you have to be in the right mood for it. It's
Well, no. Here's the deal. I love when they punch up at these people. They're smart. They can punch up. I'm really, honestly, if I could have my way, I'd be really far left. Like, if I could just snap my finger, well, that would be cool.
Well, first off, you got to snap your fingers, but then,
that's what I was saying. Yeah, just to snap my fingers. That's like two miracles. I snap my fingers, then a thing happens.
That would be like a double miracle.
Yeah, double miracle. So I'd be really lefty, but I still think you need to have the ability to pursue greatness and to trade your expertise for other people's expertise. And that's always going to look like a capitalist kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain, I mean, it's what is it my friend always says, where it's the late stage capitalism that's the issue. The fact that
that's the thing,
people are just trying to funnel as much money in their pockets as they leave. I would refer to it as the let them eat cake stage just before the guillotines come out, right? I mean,
look, Liz with the Z, she backs me up.
Yeah,
she said Kara Swisher never took responsibility for glazing the tech bros. She was pro Musk, and now she's like. Definitely went away from that.
That's the thing about Kara Swisher. That's why I like her in conjunction with this guy, because Galloway, because they're both kind of egotistical, personalities unto themselves. Kara. My problem with Kara is that she's just self-promoting all the time. So I like when they get together because they get to talk about stuff and they sort of bother each other. They tease each other back and forth, which I think is sort of helpful.
If Chad could do a little thinking on this, there's a guy I think at Brown University who's my favorite economist, but I can't remember his name right now. I'm too tired.
Okay,
and he's got a very Scottish accent. You can find that out for me, please. He's
looking for a Scottish. I know. You showed me some of his stuff.
I think so.
Yeah,
he's wonderful.
I'll never. What are you gonna like? What are you looking up? Scottish. Scottish, smart
I don't know, fat bastard, economist,
exactly.
Sounding. Go ahead.
We're going to get nailed anyways. Let's just keep going.
Up and down. So he's either stupid and doesn't understand economics, see above every tariff in history or every tariff policy, or he has decided, I'll take the markets up and down and let the people close to me and who support me trade in this and make billions. I think that is what is going on.
There's a concept now that I deal with every day called Trump derangement syndrome internationally when I have to work in Abu Dhabi or in Zurich.
What does that mean?
And I get into a meeting
you're obsessed with Trump.
They want to go into a diatribe about Trump, and I say this is a useless use of time. I'm not here to debate politics. I'm here to debate policy because we don't make money in politics as investors. We make money with policies. But what you just heard there from Scott is Musk derangement syndrome.
I don't think you actually think you did a salute for a moment. I mean, I'll ask you, but I don't think you do.
I think derangement, the term derangement is usually something levied at people when they don't have a cogent argument to counter the arguments I'm making. I would call myself someone who's been infected with democracy addiction syndrome and is allergic to the type of depravity that these individuals are demonstrated. I generally haven't seen Senator Booker's gesture.
Yeah, that's what they're saying is exactly like the Nazi salute.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, you may want to clarify that.
To you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
I think Steve Bannon and Elon Musk both gave Nazi salutes. I've watched the tape a bunch of times. This is an individual who's decided there's a white genocide against Afrikaner farmers. I think he knew what he was doing. He seems to be very disciplined about not making remarks or comments with respect to China. Whenever there's money on the line in a society where he may not have the same rights of free speech, he seems very disciplined. So we have a fundamental disagreement. I do believe it was a Nazi salute or a Nazi gesture. I don't see other Republicans accidentally making hand.
Sorry, out of curiosity, why are we not allowed to say Nazi?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Doesn't
just
that
this.
seem worrying to you? Like I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
I worry about this self-censorship that happens because people are worried about being demonetized or whatever. I mean, this crushes the whole point of this stuff. The whole point of history is that we can then learn from it. If we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to use. I'm not saying we should. I don't know. Yeah.
No, go ahead. What were you?
My frustration is just that I don't. Again, it's that thing of like, I don't agree with what you say, but I will put my life on the line to let you say it. I feel like we have to have a freedom to speak. And I worry about seeing this. I see this in school kids as well. And in schools who are worried about legal ramifications of bringing up the Holocaust or bringing up, anything that might stir up, discomfort for people. We have to be uncomfortable to be able to discuss this stuff.
Right.
Just because you say, there's a difference between saying the word, calling
Nazi,
someone a Nazi and also Nazi I think we want to be careful. It doesn't just become an insult. There's a reason behind this. And
right.
We're watching, just listening to these, you can show a person do a Nazi salute, but you can't say the word. That's fucking nuts.
Well, and as you know, the people probably didn't censor it on their own. It was quite likely censored in response to something like Google or Facebook or something.
It means you're not going to get ad-supported content. Well, who gives a crap? I don't want ad-supported content. I would rather be able to speak my mind than have ad-supported content, especially how little money Google sends to users,
content creators,
sure.
Right?
You know what I mean? Look, for some people who are good at it, great, fantastic, whatever. They make a lot of money. I just worry that we are self-censoring ourselves. We're. This is the thought police. This is the Ministry of Truth, which is all about spreading lies. I mean, it's
right. And then when you see, I don't know, when you see Trump say something like, not hungry. What the hell? What's the Zelensky in charge of? I'm tired. Go ahead. Ukraine.
Do you want to wrap it up? Are you?
No. I'm good. I'm just thick is all. This is what it feels like to be a regular smart.
Yeah. Okay, look out. You've slowed down to human level. That's the problem.
Yeah. So when he said that Zelensky started the war with Putin,
and then
we're going to show another video about Putin in a second, and then probably move on to fun stuff.
Right.
But it's just like you said, they're rewriting history as we're making it. And they're telling you, don't believe what you see, believe what we tell you see.
Yeah, I mean, someone says the problem, who is this? Sorry, I got to scroll down to see what's going on. So Valadoom says the problem of calling everyone
a Nazi
is that it loses its power and it will become no different than calling someone an idiot. Yeah, I mean, I agree that it could take if it gets overused, it becomes, but I still feel like you should be able to, I don't understand you're the wrong person to ask, but I mean, I don't know of any times that I've accidentally given a salute.
Nazi salute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lance, how many times have you accidentally? Actually, one time I did dream of being a fascist.
Really? You'd be a very good fascist. You
okay, I think about it every day.
In a kind of a Murdoch way, like in a kind
of I was thinking in the world's nicest fascist is what I'm really going to shoot for.
You've got to read Geek Love.
Yeah, I do.
You
really,
have to read.
Really hard.
Did I tell you I started reading books again?
Like actually reading them or listening to them?
No, I forced myself to sit down and actually, and that's on.
That's great.
It's on a Kindle device, but I forced myself. I've read Ancillary Justice, which I would recommend to anyone who's willing to work at it a bit. There's a lot of names and places and detail that I found a bit much for me, but I love the concept is amazing. And also,
is it sci-fi or what is it?
Very much science fiction. The premise is basically ships have an intelligence, but that intelligence is also manifested in ancillaries, which are these like human type characters that are linked to the ship. So basically the brain of the ship is in the brain of all these people. What happens when the ship's destroyed? There's just one person left. And that person has gone from being a multi-person to being a singular.
There's 7 of 9.
Really neat. It's really, really neat. And what's neat about it is for me was I started reading it twice, both of which I started before AI came out, really. And now I'm reading it, and I've read it having experienced AI, and it's really kind of blown my mind because I'm like, wait a second, that's kind of this could be where we're going, like some great collective knowledge that is manifest in our phones, that could be in our heads, that could be in,
super squirrel moment though. Do you not feel like when you're reading you can pause and imagine where you're at and kind of see the people and more so than listening?
Love reading on the Kindle because I love being able to look up words. I know that sounds so stupid, but I would look up so many more words, or would have looked up so many more words as a kid if it wasn't such a pain in the ass.
Right, you just click the word. I love it.
Click the word. I love it, and then you get the full understanding of it. You can get a historical perspective on it. It makes it such a rich. Someone was complaining about AI in school the other day, and I was saying like, oh my God, I would love to sit down with AI and T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland, and have it talk to me about all of the different connotations and historical references and people and things that we know and that we don't know and references to other literature that I may not have read. I mean, it would be, to me, like studying poetry now with AI would be freaking amazing. It was a nightmare when I was growing up.
If used properly, it is a wonderful thing.
I think
if it's used to hack out work out of the world, I think it's a problem. But
sorry, is there anything you want to add before I go back?
Nope, go ahead.
Because we still haven't even got to the Trump stuff yet, have we?
And gestures that remind them of the Third Reich.
But Cory Booker did. I mean, you should see it after this. Honestly, you would be amazed how similar.
Who cares?
The arm movement was,
then
and
he
the
should get in
difference in the way it was.
I'm fine.
It was treated.
I don't
care.
And it was wrong. I want to give you and Kevin this. If Senator Booker did this, he should be dressed down and say, "You should never accidentally, errantly." Make a gesture that reminds people of the type of death and destruction that we incurred around an ideology that this symbol came to respect.
Did you accidentally give someone the finger?
That two guys who have a history of very conservative politics at a very conservative gathering accidentally made this gesture. They should know better. I don't know a lot of people accidentally making gestures that look like Nazi gestures at parent-teachers meetings. Both Senator Booker, I'll take your word, and Steve Bannon and Elon Musk should know better. And it gets in the way
they should know better.
Of Kevin, what you were saying, his ability to demonstrate greatness. And I'll be honest, like Neuralink, I think what he's doing at Neuralink could have huge benefit.
Could help you,
But
Lance.
The problem is we've decided in our society, well, is it a net good for society? If you could press a button, would you want him to go away? I wouldn't press a button. I think he's inspired the EV race. He may get us to Mars sooner than anybody else. He's created tremendous shareholder value and economic value. I wouldn't press that button. But the problem is with the word net. And that is just because someone can put a rocket into space and create tremendous economic value doesn't mean they shouldn't be held accountable for or acquitted for personal behavior that sets a terrible role model for young men or recklessly damages the well-being of kids in other nations and reduces our soft power. The reason why
he's big on soft power.
Our small businesses, and like Kevin, I invest and run small business, I sold my last business for $160 million.
There you go, 160
A third of
million.
my clients were overseas.
Small business.
And one of the reasons I was able to do business with Samsung, LVMH, and Toyota was there was a great deal of respect, affection, and goodwill for Americans. I believe that when Americans walk into a corporate office, a small or medium-sized business, they are more likely to do business with us from a company offering the exact same thing from Turkey or from South Africa. And the reason why is despite the fact that we're perceived as obnoxious, aggressive, that we were the good guys. That people always felt good about America. And one of the best ROIs we have made in soft power was that $75 billion in US aid. And to cut it off this recklessly and this cruelly, you know who's filling the void? China. And for the first time in history, surveys show that people around the world see China as a greater force of good than America. Wow. And to believe that doesn't hurt us, whether it's economically or working with our security apparatus to let us know when there's terrorist cells gestating or forming, to believe that it's not going to change the depth of the pools of capital that people want to invest in America. Generally speaking, I mean, Pierce, you're British, and tell me if you agree with this. We have our issues. We make a lot of mistakes. But at the end of the day, Americans are seen as the good guys. And I worry that in the last 120 days, we've lost a lot of that.
Wow.
There we go.
Welcome one and all to the Late Show. I'm your host.
That is definitely going to get us in trouble.
That's going to get us.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Okay, we're fine, though. We got out of there.
Yeah. What do you think?
So I loved it. It felt cathartic. He nails so many things that are just like thoughts in your head, and you try to gather them and put a words to them about, why is this wrong? Why does it feel gross? And he really nailed it. Like, we're not sending, these aren't messages we sent 30 years ago. 30 years ago, it was supposed to be, you go play the game. If you lose, hey, whatever, right? You're supposed to take it well. You're not supposed to, roll around and throw a fit if you lose, and you're supposed to be charitable, and you're supposed to be honest. That's all gone.
It was the GIs with the chocolate, right? At the end of the Second World War,
Yeah, handing it out to the kids, right? Well, and I went to Vietnam, and they did the same thing. He said they would.
I would say that's the beginning of us being the bad guys, though. But
well,
anyway.
sure, but he would hand out. But they were drafted then too, So Dad was a 19-year-old guy from the middle of.
Oh, this is your dad who was there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they would give chocolate to these kids, and the kids would give them these sugar-coated beetles.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, he would go, throw it away. But but still, they still tried to create, because they're just guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just people. I don't know. And that was what you're supposed to be, is help other people. And that's not a thing now. And the same guy, go ahead.
How is this resonating with people, with normal freaking people?
I try to talk to my family, and I always get them into a corner where I don't try to be mean, right? I try to be really gentle with them. I don't know. I'm just angry. They're taking my taxes. Okay, what are you angry about? Taxes.
But they're going to take more taxes from. As my friend today said, that the greatest invention that America ever made was the middle class.
Right.
I think it's kind of startling, but we're now hollowing that out. Like, I mean, the only people who are going to get a tax break are making over 500. Is it 500,000? It's
very high. It's like the very top. 200 billionaires are going to see the majority of that. Like something trillion. But I just don't know. Like, and he doesn't know why he's angry. He'll get the specifics. Oh, I hate Obama. You're like, why do you hate Obama? And they come up with nonsense, and Affordable Care made everything expensive. Get it? But like 30 million more people can get on healthcare. I don't know.
Hey, Katie is saying that when was America ever seen as the good guys? It's an interesting point, because I think when you're outside of America, I think America thinks it's always been seen as the good guys. I really do. And I think that the rest of the world is happier to focus on the problems that it has. So I think like Canada, Canada, I always felt kind of puts up with Canada with America, because it's like it's America. It's there's they're loud, obnoxious, but as you say, they come up and spend money and they make things possible. I mean, like, so there's a begrudging. There was a begrudging sort of friendship, I think, for it. I don't sense that anymore. Like, most of the people I talk to are not buying American goods. They are not going to America. They're not flying through America. Like, that's pretty extraordinary from Canada's perspective. Who doesn't usually Canadians don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're not motivated by that particularly. But this is really, and my concern is that that's just an opportunity for other goods and services to become popular and to replace. Yeah. Elbows up. Exactly. Yeah. In the document to the corporation, they compare symptoms of mental illness to the human corporation as they are seen in the eyes of the law. Well, I think that was one of the worst things that happened, frankly, was when someone managed to finagle the fact that the corporations could be seen as citizens, basically. I mean, that changed voting in America for sure. What do we got here?
Let's do fun.
In 1883, Hungary. Hungary. Let's talk about Hungary. I was married to a Hungarian. What do we got here?
You were?
I was. In 1983, Hungary, America, and Canada were considered the promised land. Thank your God, my parents decided to come to Canada. Wow.
Yeah.
Hungary? In America, we have people alive that remember segregation. Disabled people didn't get full rights till like the 90s. I would argue still struggling for it, etc. Our food isn't healthy. Our streets aren't clean. When were we great? Wow. What's your take on that, Lance?
How about this? We were way better. And we were seen as, if something was going awry, you could call on America and they would send people, like if you had a natural disaster or something like that, we would send experts in technology and money and things like that. So you could, if you're in the Middle East,
depends on what you focus on,
or if you're in our sphere of influence, like in South America and Central America, there's never been a good guy America, because we tried to prevent them from. I still think it's weird we put dictators in charge so they wouldn't get communist dictators.
But this is what I mean, is I feel like there's this, I almost feel like that's the message. The message from America is everyone loves us, but it's from America. It's not necessarily
right.
Look, I'm an American, so I feel like I could speak to this. I not only am I American, I chose to become an American, so I'm even worse.
Well, I don't love me now.
Yeah, I don't love me either. No, I don't love me. I don't think this is, and again, I used to say in the first presidency, it's not my president, but the reality is it is my president. I mean, I'm a part of a system that voted this guy in. And so I feel like there's a sort of responsibility to talk about it and to be part of hopefully part of the solution. But as I say, I'm really worried that irreparable damage, like Homo Erpel was just saying, America isn't reliable anymore. That's the problem. Is if every 4 years, a small group of crazies can bring in, can vote in whatever, whack job they want. That's
right. How do we do anything? You look at, I saw I like looking at megastructures, like videos on megastructures. And Japan started a $197 billion project in like 2020. And they're building all these aqueducts under Tokyo so that all the flooding will go in there and tsunami water, and all they're retrofitting all their buildings to be able to take up to 7-point-some earthquakes. We can't do that. We're not going to invest for something long term that you can't see. China's building things with a 20-year vision, with a 50-year vision. America, we can't do that now. You'll just cut it off.
But I think that's, look, not to undermine, a democratic process, but that's a bit of a problem with the 4-year election cycle, right?
It is, but then again, you don't want, But
that's also perception, right? I mean, I feel like if the goal of elections is to get into power, that's very different than the goal of elections being to help America, to make America, not great again, but to make America work, to make America a success. It depends on what your values are. It feels to me like the parties have become obsessed with getting into power not how to run the
and then staying in power
and staying in power,
not exercising that power for
pulling
up
the ladder so no one else can get in the tree for it. Yeah, exactly.
We can't vote against that because that might influence me not getting back into this seat. Well, you don't do anything with the seat. Why do you want to be there? Anyway, it's crazy. I think we need to go back to long-term thinking. Am I wrong? Was Nixon, at least he whoever came before him, he picked up their mantle and continued on. He might not take as good a care of it as the person before him.
But he was corrupt in a.
It's almost cute now.
His corruption. It seems almost quaint. But is that just because back then it wasn't? Back then it was a complete and utter disillusionment with. I mean, talk about a crisis. That was America going, what the hell?
Yeah, and he said the N-word, and he said monkeys and things like that, right?
Really? Did he?
Well, on the tapes, not in public.
Oh, wow.
But now,
either way, whatever.
Yeah, but now they're scooping them up and people up and throwing them out of the country. They're not allowing students to go to school here if they're foreigners. It is awful. I'd much rather be called a cripple than, picked up and thrown into a cripple home or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Have we've been worried about what to call each other, while the other side was gathering forces to
get ready to do
everything.
Shit.
Yeah. What else do we have here? We have Trump slams G7 for kicking out Russia. Do you want that one? Is that...
Sure, that's very short. We'll watch this and then we'll hit it.
Why does it have an ad on it? Oh, damn it.
Does it?
I don't know why. Let's just see. Let me see if I can.
You watch it first.
Oh, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
That's what we'll
talk
make
amongst
David
yourself.
Suffer. Talk amongst yourself. So people, the reason I'm worried about
it right away. You know why? Because I pay.
Oh, cool.
So if I go full screen with this, then I can't see anything. All right, let me go to here. Let me share the screen. I gotta say, I'm really a big fan of this freaking software.
Restream's fun.
I really like it. Really like it. If I go full screen with that, can I now do that? There we go. So we may get in trouble for this too, but whatever.
Well, let's just do a couple 10 seconds.
U.S. President Donald Trump is meeting right now with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney on the sidelines of the G7 summit in...
The sidelines of the G7 summit in Alberta. Another fine place.
Wait, people might not know what G7... It used to be the G8 because it was just the economic forum, right?
What
for
does
the world.
G stand for? Just the Global 7 or the...
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, you know what? Watch this. I don't know.
Let me see if we can find out. What does G7 stand for?
And I think Europe...
The Group of Seven. An international forum consisting of 7 of the world's largest advanced economies. They include Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom and the United States.
There you go.
And there used to be Russia in there, I guess.
Yes.
No longer. So here we go. We got that cleared up. Good point.
Alberta. This video is actually from moments ago. Let's listen in.
All right. Thank you. Mr. President, welcome to Canada. Thank you. It's a great honor. Happy birthday. A few days short. A few days short, but didn't have a chance to see you on the day. Happy birthday to the U.S. military as well, 250th, and this is the 50th birthday, if you will, of the G7. This marks the 50th birthday of the G7, and the G7 is nothing without U.S. leadership, and your personal leadership of the United States, many issues. Geopolitics, economic, technology, and working hand in hand with the United States, Canada and the United States, and the other G7 partners with your leadership. Very much looking forward to the meeting.
Very stately. That was great.
It is, but God, I'm so sick of people having to suck up to him.
Right, but it was stately. It was like, okay, this guy's a dick. I'm doing this for God and country.
Yeah.
I'll close my eyes
for the king
and wash my mouth out later, right?
Exactly. Okay.
And go.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I appreciate it, and we've developed a very good relationship, and we're going to be talking about trade and many other things. And we we have a whole group of people, some traders and some other people. I see
traders? What?
Top economy people. But we have a very talented group of people, and you do too, and I know they work together very well. I look forward to that. The G7 used to be the G8. Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in, and I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in.
He's full of shit.
You wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president 4 years ago, but it didn't work out that way.
Pause.
But it used to be the G8.
Oh my God! Pause. Can I just delete?
Why did Russia get kicked out? Does anybody know? Hands.
Did they invade Crimea?
They invaded Crimea. So the idea that if you'd have just let Russia in, Putin like coming to the meetings.
Oh, this is the same guy who said he was going to solve the war the first day that he was in power.
In one day.
Meaning he doesn't have a clue how to understand.
Yeah, the thing about Gaza, it's got great sight lines.
Oh my God.
You can get right to the ocean. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think the thing that I keep coming back to on all of these sort of oligarch types is they're like we've lauded these sociopath billionaires. We have the same kind of respect or whatever, or holding up of these sociopath politicians. They're not thinking about people, and his very job is about the people. Admittedly, the American people for sure, but that's his job. And it's it seems to be the last freaking thing on his mind.
Why? They keep going. The Russia hoax. It was a hoax. He doesn't have a P-tape on me because I bought the P-tape. Why is he doing this? Why does he seem like a huge Russia simp?
Is he what they would call the convenient fool or the convenient idiot?
A useful idiot?
Useful idiot, yeah.
I was always wondering, can you be so idiotic that you're no longer useful? And I feel like he's like borderline that. Like he'll step on Putin's toes, but then Putin's like, "Oh, you're the best. You're so smart, Trump." I would ride you.
I don't, maybe he's just impressed with his Putin pecs. Maybe I would get along. Maybe I should get in there and show off my Putin pecs and see if he has a begrudging respect for that too.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be on the horse wrestling bears.
Damn right.
Playing hockey.
In AI, I can. Oh my God. I think we have our AI thing. All right. Keep talking about this. I'm getting the AI out.
Transition. So,
all right. What do we got? It's, okay, go.
People, okay, let me go. We're going to do some VO3 because apparently people are pulling down 23 million views with their VO ASMR. Like there's a Yeti now that's like, "Hey guys, we're going to be talking about some stuff." Yeah, and then there's this weird set of videos where a person looks like they're chopping vegetables, but the vegetables are glass, but they still cut. And it's like oddly, weirdly soothing when people watch it and weird to your brain. And I don't know. People love it. And
do you think is someone going to be able to create like an AI that hypnotizes people? Oh, I don't want video fast, do I? Damn it. I always choose the wrong one, don't I?
Well, faster.
No, we want
either
3
way.
though. We want 3.
Oh, no, we want, well, there's 2 VO3s. There's VO3 fast and quality.
All right.
Right?
I'm not having any options. What's going on? Oh yeah, I do. Never mind. Take it back.
Never mind.
We don't want quality that takes too long, right?
Right. Did you ever look into? Did you look into like how to cut those together yet, or?
Oh no, sorry, no, I haven't.
That's okay.
I mean, I can cut them together. It's just about doing them on. I don't know how to do them with this. I should take it. That'll be on my list of things to do. Would be my little do a lesson in whatever it's called. Do you want to go back to this then while those are firing
Greg?
up?
I appreciate that.
What's Greg said?
Yeah.
Greg, what have you done?
I'm a Republican. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
But when Trump ran for president, I've been voting D's down the line, knowing what was to come. I'm a big supporter of Ukraine, and that was my biggest concern. If you are actually a principled Republican, Trump is not that. He's not conservative. What's conservative about anything he's done? Nothing. If I could see.
Yeah, I don't call him a Republican. I don't call him. He's an autocrat. He's an autocrat. Is that the term? Is that,
or plutocrat. Isn't that kind of a thing too, where he's trying to use wealth?
He's a dictator. He's a wannabe dictator, basically. I would say.
And well, now he's there because he said he was going to put troops into all the blue cities, right? Chicago, LA. I can't remember where else. But he was talking just blue cities. That's where he wants to put troops. Well, sorry guys, you're no longer tickling fascism on the tummy. You're elbow deep in that baby.
Well, it's like Scott Galloway was talking about defining it, right? Defining it as you incite violence and you instill fear and it's.
I mean, if you could go back in time, no, this is fine. I think we could.
Was that enough? That was enough of it.
Yeah, that's plenty.
I don't think we need the analysis of it now.
Well, I think we kind of did it. Like, is he a useful idiot? Is he compromised? No matter what, I'll tell you this. He couldn't act more compromised if he tried.
Yeah,
this is all just natural. Yeah.
Is he just... I mean, my sense is he just doesn't care. Or is he just completely oblivious to how this stuff looks? Or are we totally oblivious to how it's playing? Like, is it playing with people in a way that... I mean, like whenever I listen or try to listen to that All In podcast, now you got me going. Now you've exhausted me, Lance.
Well, gosh,
but I feel like I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Like that maybe. I mean, like I'm with Greg there. I was a Republican. I would call myself a bleeding heart Republican. Was what I would call myself.
I can see that.
I felt like the government was inefficient. I felt that it should stay out of things as much as possible because it tended to mess things up. That was definitely my upbringing led me down that road. So I was a registered Republican. So, I was a registered Republican who tended to vote Democrat because I didn't like any of the people that were Republican.
Right.
But that said, now I don't feel like I can't be a registered Republican now. I can't do it because I don't buy that these people are Republicans in any way.
The entire Republican Party caved very quickly too, which means they didn't really actually believe any of their own horse shit.
Oh, I mean, but he doesn't believe his own stuff either. I mean, he just flip flops on stuff all the time.
But the Senate and Congress could check him right now, right? All they'd have to do is start, impeachment hearings and things, and he'd slow his roll. But no.
What else we got here? So Homo Erpel is saying American democracy claims to be the first modern democracy, so it is a very old construct. Would anyone build it this way if he or she had to build it from scratch?
I don't know what to do, guy. I've thought this through so much.
Because technology would change things too, right? Homo Erpel.
It would. You have to. I think the original guys had a good idea. They said this is a living, breathing document. You need to change it with the times. How come a drone isn't considered the right to bear arms now? Shouldn't a drone be your lead? Since drones are the main way you can attack against a despotic government.
Oh my God, that brilliant spiderweb attack by Ukraine. I mean, I don't mean to celebrate others.
No, I am. I don't care.
But the idea awesome. But to me, this makes the military industrial complex almost obsolete to some extent. It should all be cyber and drones at this point, because if you can wipe out $1 billion worth of plane, multiple billions of dollars,
billions,
with a freaking $350 drone, I mean, holy crap!
It was awesome, but that's what I'm saying though. How are drones going to be? Why don't we have a right to bear drones? Since they're the weapon of choice now.
Listen, would you be allowed to if you stuck a weapon on
it? I wonder. Can I get my see, now I can't remember the dang awesome science place that has robots that we can talk to anytime we want.
Boston Dynamics?
Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
If I get my Boston Dynamics dog and put an M50 machine gun on him, do I then get to call him over and they can't take him from me if they want?
Someone was saying in the March, in the Trump March birthday bullshit thing, military thing, that that they had Boston Dynamics dogs in that.
I know that they didn't let the drones fly; they just carried them. I think they had a problem with they wouldn't have known which were military and which were not.
Oh,
so
interesting. They start shooting their own drones down.
Or somebody fly one of their own drones into Trump, right?
Oh, God, yeah. Okay.
So they carried their own.
Yeah.
Did you see him march out of step?
I didn't watch it. I couldn't. I missed it. Like, I think I would have watched it if I'd remembered that it was on, but I didn't feel like, obviously I'm not the target audience, but I would have thought that I'd be the target audience, even if it was just to sort of, make snide comments about it.
Well, when you watch,
yes, they did have the dogs, apparently, Dewey says.
When you watch the troops marching, it was all haphazard. Their feet and stuff, they were all over. It was like the beginning of Stripes. Or was it Stripes?
Remember Stripes? Oh my God, I loved Stripes. Yeah. Probably wildly inappropriate now, but my God, I love Yeah.
I love Stripes and Major Payne. But so they were way out of
Private
cadence.
Benjamin? Remember Private Benjamin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She showed her boobs in that.
I think everyone did back in, it was the 70s.
Yeah. The good old days, I call them.
Yeah. Oh God. Let me see if our little if our flow is complete yet. Why is it stopped? It might violate policies around generating prominent people. Because I put in actor David Hewlett from Stargate shows off his blue pectoral muscles while he wrestles a bear while riding a horse.
Can you just change it to?
I'm just gonna go
a character who looks much like David.
I wonder if you could do that. Well, let's describe me. Maybe that's a good way to go. So, a sci-fi actor. How about that? Sci-fi actor, scientist, maybe.
Yeah.
Actor. Well,
somewhat.
Sci-fi actor who plays a brilliant scientist. See if you can narrow it down.
A little Doc Brown thrown in.
Scientist. They'll probably go that route. Shows off his blue pectoral muscles while he wrestles a bear while riding a horse. There you go. Let's try that. This is the fast video. It's I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't watch it fail. It'll take a second or two now.
Guess what? Guess who's in chat?
No, who?
Jim the Evo.
Jim the Evo. Don't touch that. It's Evo. How are you, Jim? James? He's probably not good either.
You know what? That makes me think of Tech or Time Bandits. He's pure concentrated Evo.
It's true. He is. Yeah. The Federalist Papers are a great look at how. Well, we could do more than that. We can actually put our friend James front and center. The Federalist Papers are a great look at how to build a stable democracy. But there are things like income tax that have since become sensible. Wait a second. It makes sense for there to be
income tax. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there no way we can get rid of income tax?
We have to contribute to the society that we want. We just do. How do you get federal highways?
But why don't we have like a flat tax of some sort?
Because then you're a person that makes $30,000 a year is going to have to give up a sizable chunk of their income that they need to put back in the economy.
So like a flat tax by percentage or something, like so that it's like, if you earn $1, you
escalating
owe 20.
Tax.
Yeah, so flat escalating tax, maybe more of like a gradated flat tax.
I have a feeling by the time we're done with this conversation, we're gonna have the regular old tax.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? It gets more and more complicated. But I just feel like if it was just as simple as you earn $1, you give 1 cent to the government or whatever. Is that
right? But they hide their money. So what's earning, right? Am I earning money if I own Tesla and it goes up to $400 billion in value? Or what if I buy a painting with my money and it escalates from 100 million to 500 million? That kind of thing.
And I have a giant mansion that's left for me by my father for $1. That's worth
to me
hundreds of. It's the generational wealth becomes an issue on that as well.
Do you know you're not taxed on, the death tax, inheritance tax until after the $10 millionth dollar, right? So they said it would only affect some tiny.
In Canada, we don't have a death tax because they take it to us from birth to death, basically.
Right. See, that makes sense.
Yeah. Go be the hero, Rodney, said the man dying from a wraith attack. Go be the hero. Rodney.
I don't even. What's that? Wraiths are bad guys.
What do you think?
I know that. Wraith is a bad guy.
You've either got to
chicken.
double down on.
No, you were a chicken. I know this.
I think I was sensible. Is I think a better way of putting it. But yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go, everybody.
It weirdly doesn't look
fun
like
time.
I'm not sure. Here you go. We're gonna wrap up with some AI, shall we? Here we go.
Okay, yeah, we're getting to play with VO3.
VO3 from Google.
Oh my, yeah, it looks just like you, David.
Doesn't it? I think it's really captured me. It is captured me. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm the one on the horse, right? Okay.
Whoa, which one's you?
Here we go. Oh, look at that. I don't even look. I gave up. They need some acting lessons. See what I'm saying? Like it. Why is the horse's eyes glowing red? It's like it reminds me of like a He-Man episode.
Well, there's two moons, bro.
That's true, man.
So there's something up.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see what else we got here. It's like, hey, get off my horse. Hey, buzz off. The horse is doing more damage than the.
Also, that's
the horse.
horse.
That horse is a kick-ass horse, man.
Wow.
I like the sounds too. I gotta say, it's pretty good sound.
It really is. The sound is fantastic.
What is going on?
What is happening here? Do you have a baby horse bear? What the hell is happening?
Oh, boy, what the? And it turned into a horse. And now he's riding a lion. What the hell?
What the hell's happening?
What is going on? It's like he pulled the ripcord and the bear turned into a horse. Wow.
Do you think LSD is going to become redundant?
I think it already is. What was that? All right, let's see. It's our last hope. Did you see the? Yeah. Oh, I like the nose. And then here we go. Ready? He backs up and
sucker punch.
Nice. That looks a lot like me, I think.
It's so much like you.
Yeah, very much. Do we want another one, Lance? Is there some generating you'd like to do?
Well, I just need to get a little closer. Curmudgeon-y, old scientist. Mad scientist, yeah.
Curmudgeon? Old. Can you
there you go.
Old scientist. Yeah.
With gray whiskers.
Gray stubble.
Okay.
Or no, gray whiskers.
That's fine.
Okay, gray whiskers. Yeah. I worry that whiskers are going to get turned into something out of like magical Mr. Mistopheles. With gray.
What's that called?
Beard, maybe beard.
No, I don't want you to have a full beard. Though. I want it just to be like.
Just stubble then. Stubble.
Gray
stubble. Yeah.
Black rimmed glasses.
Oh boy, black rimmed glasses. Yeah.
And portly physique.
I think that's even kind. And a portly physique. Okay. Physique,
there we go.
Physique. How do you spell physique? Is it cute? Is that it? Physique.
Yeah.
Physique. Portly
rides
physique. What about him? Rides a magnificent stallion.
A magnificent stallion.
Magnificent stallion. Yeah.
Playing polo. Versus a team of bears.
Versus a team of Russian bears. How's that?
Yes.
Russian bears.
Perfect.
And lots of explosions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because
obviously
that's where the value comes in, right?
Yeah.
What about my pecs?
Oh yeah.
Imagine the old scientist with
a pudgy physique, except magnificent pecs.
And we got magnificent already. And
shapely pecs.
How about pendulous? Pendulous.
No. Let's say well defined.
Well defined pectoral muscles.
Yeah. There we go.
Right.
There we go.
And what? I did the right one. Okay, good. So I'm on the right one. Right? We're sharing this so we can watch this happen together live and look at.
And you are saving these, right? You have to tell me how to get to them.
I think so. Oh,
I want to show.
Yeah, I'll send them to you. That's fine. Hello, Laura Leatherwood. Laura Leatherwood always sounds like one of those like tests that my mom used to make me do if I was calling in to say that I wasn't going to come home from the party.
Really?
Drinking. Say it. I'd have to say red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
I thought she sounded like one of the solo guitar ladies from the 80s would sing like Betty Davis eyes or something.
Oh, it's got Betty Davis eyes. Ancriatus is already commenting on my commas, my punctuation. Human bears or ursine bears? Team of Russian bears. Did I get it wrong? Did I spell it wrong? Of plus.
I think so. Oh, somebody's advertising for you.
What are they doing? What are they selling? What are
Mark O'Donnell.
Where we go? Where we go? Down the bottom here.
David, good evening. I hear you are back at.
Damn right, Mark O'Donnell. I am.
What if we might do a bit of AI at the con?
Hey, if we're doing Damn Dirty Abes, we're doing AI, live AI for sure.
We will actually figure out some way to jailbreak the AI so we can put David and his castmates.
Well, by then, by September, it could be like, who knows what we'll be able to do. Like, if we could add an image, we're fine, right? Like, we could totally do that. I'd like to see a lemon in the next prompt.
Oh my God.
Oh, dear God. Wow. What is going on here? What have we created? Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Lance, I may hold this against you forever. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at come on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look at that. That is not bad. Dude.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why did you do that?
It's very Succession. It's very Succession.
Wow, that was good.
That's pretty great.
I am really curious. Like, what happened here?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, they blew up. I don't know what happened over there, but look. Am I part cyborg or something? What happened?
Wow. This is fantastic.
All I know is the horse is too small for me.
It's a brave horse.
Portly, huh? That's Portly. You had to go with Portly. Oh, whoa, look at this.
This is so good.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. We just blew him. Oh, no. This is wrong. This is...
Oh, God, why?
Why did I put explosions? Look at these arms. What's with the arms? The extra arms.
God. And your mallet's got two hammers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But look at those Putin bags.
God.
They're perfect. Or 99% is the last one. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy.
It can't be good.
You know what? We've got too many nipples.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to beat that. I gotta say.
You know, I'm gonna just say Portly was too strong of a word.
I think they have a different sense of Portly than I do.
Right. I thought of.
I
thought of you as Portly, not
I think this is my favorite. And then he just hits the ball. It's always oh my God! When they get this right, you could just make a movie. I think I want to use
that. Happy.
That might be my icon now. I may just use that as my.
That would be really good.
My avatar. Yeah. Why is it not finished 99? Why is it 99?
I don't know.
I got 99% in an AI one. What's going on?
Can we do Calvert? Remember, we couldn't get Midjourney to have a hammer.
It's true.
We want a female Valkyrie.
Female Valkyrie. Valkyrie.
I don't know. Don't ask me to spell.
Oh, I got it right. Female Valkyrie. Yes. What?
Wielding a large warhammer, right?
Large warhammer. Yeah. On her birthday.
On her birthday.
Okay.
To fight against the barbarian chat hordes.
Barbarian chat hordes. Okay.
I think that should.
Wait. Do you want with explosions?
I think it's what is it? HOARDS or HO?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Isn't that hordes?
I don't know which one is like a horde for a dragon and which one's like a horde of bad guys.
Oh, I don't know. There's a horde. Dragon's
spell for us.
It's HOAR, isn't it? Horde. HOARD? Horde? Isn't that?
I don't know the difference.
Isn't that a horde? Yeah, I think that's a horde. I think horde is with an E. I'm pretty sure. We can probably look it up. Let's see. Will it let us know? Will it tell me?
Tell us.
Add to dictionary.
HORDES. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, was I right? Okay, good. Wow, look, it's about time I'm right. I'm only right when you're asleep. All right, so let's do this one. Fast text to video. We got one last one of these to look at. All right.
It came through.
Your breath.
It came
Hold
through.
Your breath. Here we go. What do we got? Oh, good explosion.
Okay, this is great.
Oh boy, those are. Look right in on the Putin pecs. Why does he look like an anime?
Just your nipples are sweating.
I know. Sweaty nipple. That is not. That is unfortunate. I love the hats. I just love the hats on their bottoms.
Are you so? Oh God.
Should it be
Why is there a hat on their butts?
And it should be photorealistic.
Yeah. Why didn't it do that?
This is almost worth burning down trees for. I
mean, totally worth it.
You could do an entire show just doing this. It's brilliant. My God, it's brilliant. Are we got anything happening?
Somebody in chat, make a good prompt, and we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take your prompt. I love how it zooms in on the sweaty nips. It's so true. That's so true. It's raining cats and dogs. That's pretty good.
Oh, that would be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's true. We got to add it to something else though.
It seems to be slowing down.
It might be. Maybe it what's it called? Throttles it after to stop you from doing wild things.
We could write the next. Can we write the next one?
Okay, Lance Carr. No.
Dancing.
Oh, whoa! Look who's here.
It's Cal.
It's Cal.
It's
for
perfect.
Asgard and for cake.
For Asgard and for cake. Look at that. There you go.
For Asgard and for cake.
Yeah.
Not exactly Oscar winning, but not
bad.
For
cake.
They got a hammer, and I like it's not they put the. Okay. Ooh. Oh, there you go. That's her. There you go.
Oh my God.
There you go. Now she's done. Now she's finished now. Wow, that's some serious
You know what the problem is? The chat hordes are too nice.
Yeah, well, they never know. They don't seem to know what to do. It's like, it feels like a bunch of background performers who don't know what to do when they get there.
Do we need to tell them to attack?
I guess so.
With words?
Let's see what this happens here. He's leading the horde. What the hell what's happening? Yeah, she's looking the wrong way. I mean, it's nice up until there. Yeah, up until that bit there. Again, you could we'll have to do an edited, what I could do is on social media, I could put out the edited good bits.
You know Are you able to cut and paste?
That's what I'm saying. We could cut and paste it from
chat.
Yeah. Oh, really? We got a good one? Ooh, look at this. Isn't bad.
No, it's great.
Is there a way to have this come up whenever we mention Cal?
No, I think it works.
But it's got to say this.
For Asgard and for cake.
Yeah, exactly.
For Asgard and for cake. It made that up. How weird is that? You got.
I don't think anybody said that better. Yeah. Do you? I mean.
Oh wow. Oh, that's good. Valadoom. Are you thinking Valadoom?
Yep.
Except I can't copy it.
You can't copy paste.
It's just a weird problem of not being able to. Can I do it from here? No. Can I? See what I mean? I can't. Maybe I can copy. Is there a way to do this? Reply, block. No. See, how do I copy it?
I just want to copy it.
But that's what I'm saying. What the?
I don't want David to wear down his fingers to nubs.
All right, read it to me. Read it to me. I'll do it.
Okay. City is headed.
City is headed
for a disaster.
For a disaster.
Of biblical proportions.
Biblical proportions.
Fire and brimstone.
Does it have a period?
No. Okay. Do we need one?
I don't know. I don't know if it needs. I never know if punctuation's required or not.
I'll say comma.
Okay.
I think.
Got it.
Fire and brimstone coming down.
And brimstone coming down.
Coming down from the sky.
From the sky. Yeah.
Let's see. Rivers and seas boiling.
Whoa. Rivers and seas boiling.
Let's go. It says human sacrifice. Dogs and cats living together.
Dogs and cats. I thought it was dogs and cats raining from the sky.
Well, no, they're going straight from. I just realized Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. That's right. Dogs and cats living together. Okay.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
I'm sorry, I took out the human sacrifice because we already know it's sensitive.
It'll stop that. Yeah, it'll stop that. Let's go. Photo. No, not
realistic.
Video footage. How about that? Video. Yeah. Video. Actually, no, even better. 4K video footage.
Okay.
Of a city headed for disaster. Let's go try that. All right, there we go. Fast text to video. Here we go. Are there other options now than text to video? Can you do things like you do text to video? You can do frames to video, so you can pick a frame.
Yeah, and that helps you with continuity a bit.
Yeah, so you can put a photo of me in there, which is of course what everyone will do. And then that'll give you the continuity to it. That's true. Okay.
Wait, can we do you have that picture of me with my pith hat?
Oh yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? I got that somewhere.
And you can have me like in the Lion in the Darkness or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, see if there's a way to find that on here.
It's in the. I think
what it was called.
Well, I did it for talking to Let's Talk Science, right? And it's in our Discord.
Okay, in our Discord, so I can look at that while that goes along. Okay, here we go. Looking. Oh,
what? Go ahead.
There's a Waka Waka Waka. Is it after the Waka Waka? I feel like it was after the Waka Waka one, but no.
I don't know what they do Waka Waka for.
I guess it was before Waka Waka. Nope. That is a dancing frog. That's you dying. Where are we here? Where the hell is your damn thing? There it is. Got it.
There it is. Okay.
Can I download that? I'm downloading that. Saving the image to downloads. Got it.
Nice.
Lance.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to attempt to do this, right?
Do we want to do it now? Or, yeah.
We should try it.
Could we have something else going?
Does it stop if I do this? It might stop.
No, I don't think.
Not
it's
anymore.
done anyway.
There you go.
It's done.
I've forgotten what we've asked, but let's go.
This is the.
We need to get out
of here. What?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Oh my God.
Wow. I mean, it's a little cartoony, but that I asked for 4K. But still,
that's better than most Dwayne The Rock Johnson stuff.
Oh my God, look at this. Oh, this is good. That's weird, but
there's no cats and dogs.
There might be. We just don't see them.
Yeah, they're too
little. I saw a dog. That's some not bad. Not bad. I mean,
wow, fancy.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Dogs, cats, running. There you go.
The seas are boiling.
Wow, that is boiling. There's cats and dogs running away. Cats and dogs the same size, running away. Here we go. Oh, boom. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I got to say, that's pretty impressive. All right. One last one before we burn down another.
We're at 3. Okay, yeah.
Go to frames to video. Okay. So how do I add a frame? Generate an image? No, I'm going to upload an image.
Upload an image.
Lance. There you are. There's my
what are the ones?
I want it. Can't I crop it? Oh, God damn it.
Come on, you dumb thing. We want to crop it.
Is there not a way to?
Yeah.
Can I then do this? Can I then grab this and move it? Oh, for God's sake. So the only way to get it to go.
Yeah, that works, kind of.
I mean, I guess we could.
That didn't work.
That's not going to work at all. I mean, whatever. So I guess it's a. Fuck.
It says crop and save.
Reset. Let's go with that. Okay. Crop and save.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Now, what I want to do is, wasn't it called Secondhand Lions, or was it called Ghost in the Darkness?
What is that? What from what?
You didn't see those old like.
Oh yeah, with it was with Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's Ghost in the Darkness, right?
Yeah.
That was a good one. So like, I'm fighting off 2 cyber lions, right?
Okay. What are you dressed as?
I'm a great white hunter from England.
White hunter from England.
Yeah. And Lord of Greystoke.
And Lord of Greystoke. Would it be that Greystoke? It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Not Greystoke. Greystoke. Yeah. Greystoke fights hunts.
Yeah, hunts.
Hunts.
Killer lions.
Killer lions that are ghosts in the darkness. No, it's going to put ghosts. It's going to all do its goofy ghosts.
Yeah, it's just going to do ghosts.
Go killer lions. There we go. Let me just go killer lions. Do you want
in the 1920s?
In the 1920s.
Yeah.
With explosions.
With explosions, obviously. That's our special sauce.
I think that's it. That's the subtlety of our prompt. I think it's the way to go.
They're right. Probably should be British Explorer. Let's go with it, though. Let's see if it automatically kills us.
I wonder. Great White Hunter. Well, then it's going to be, Great White Hunter is going to think it's a shark, isn't it?
Shit. You're right.
Go British Hunter.
There you go.
From England. Here you go.
That works. Okay.
And in the meantime, we'll go back and look at bears.
Yeah, bears.
There we go. Every time I watch it, there's something else.
Man, you look so serious there.
I know, I really do. That is some like Succession, like, you're not serious contenders. You're not serious people.
I think Jane's gonna love this.
Okay. It's changed the model it uses apparently.
For the using one.
Hey, where's the gun? Where's the? Come on! Is it working?
I don't think you ever push
switch it. Yeah, you have to switch it.
Oh, we're not going to get any sound.
I know it only does, and it does V. You need more AI credits.
Have we been burning your credits?
I used up all my credits. I thought I had lots of credits.
It doesn't even matter if you have lots of credits.
Damn it. So I'm going to be on the street basically begging for hard drives and AI credits.
Yes.
That's it. Otherwise, this is like $250 a month, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's not unlimited anyways, right?
Can we put these up and see if... Wait, why aren't we getting this for free?
I don't know.
Is this the one you signed in with?
I think so.
With Google?
I mean... Oh, that's my
Don't show. Okay.
My chart. Here, let me close this then. All right. Before I go on, before I broadcast myself logging into the
No, this was my plan for fun.
Well, wait a second. Let's see what we can. I've got so many accounts. So that was a pro account that I guess I got because I was. I don't know. Yeah, this is weird. Let me see what I can do.
I know we had Google VO.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be getting it for free.
Oh, don't want that. Were we? Oh, VO we got for free. Yeah. Well, how's that?
VO3.
I mean, the other one.
I was told that it just continues.
I got this for free, didn't I? I got one of them for free, I'm sure. David, yeah, okay. So I use my other email address for that one. So maybe we can do this.
Okay.
So maybe this will work better. So I have unlimited credits. I must be a subscriber. I'm not a subscriber on this. Yeah.
Okay, so they did not give it to us for free.
But wait a second. Well, maybe you must be a subscriber. Yeah.
Hi, Papa's me.
How's we doing? Nope.
We're done.
We're done. This AI thing's done. But you know what? We'll have to look into this because it would be fun to do some more. At the very least, maybe they can have they can give us like a promo.
Do you have any time today?
Beta or something. Yeah. Why?
Put those all up.
Yeah.
Put AI generated David Hewlett, star of StarCraft.
Yeah. Or Stargate.
Rodney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stargate. Yeah.
I could run local. Yeah, but I need like a GPU and stuff. Hello, Sebastian Tremblay.
Tell Jane you either need a $50.90 or $250 a month.
Yeah, it's true.
She decides.
$250 a month would be cheaper.
It would, huh? Because
it also
like
comes with
$3,000.
like 30 terabytes of storage space.
Really?
But now I think about it, the reason why you need that is because all these files are going to be so huge.
I don't know how big they are. I don't think they're that big, are
I'm
they?
just thinking maybe I could. Well, anyways, we'll see. All right, look. Can we donate to you to subscribe? Damn right you can.
Yes.
By all means. What do they do? Go to techbandits.org or go to Lance's thing. What is
my GoFundMe is Lance Needs Tech. There is a hyphen between each one.
Lance Needs Tech. But it's at GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com, right?
But if I get anything, I'll send. You got Venmo?
Don't worry about it.
I'll Venmo you some. Well, because I want this.
I've never done the thing.
Okay, I'll Venmo it to. I know that
Lance Needs Tech. It doesn't show up again.
Did you spell Lance and needs and correct and tech?
Yeah, Lance. How do you spell tech?
TECH.
Yeah, I got Lance -needs -tech. It's wrong.
I got this.
I say maybe it's all one word. Is it possible it's just all one word?
No.
Nope.
I did, Aquinas. I got a van. I did some video work for Google on AI with some genius guy. And we talked about the future of AI and all that. And I got paid enough to get the van. Then I found out something about
Is it high?
taxes.
Oh, maybe it's underscore. What's to know about taxes? You pay them. I thought that was the whole point.
Well, you see, the Lancer was thinking more wrong. And
found that one either.
Turned out it was like a good third.
Has anyone found it yet? I think it's Lance Needs Technology. All right, let's try that.
I got it.
Technology. Did you get it?
I could send it to you.
All right. Well, so that I can post it in here now. All right. What do we got? There we go. And yeah, for me, just go to techbandits.org. That's fine. That's anything you got would be great.
How do you get
fantastic. I have I think I have a PayPal account there, but or a Patreon basically. Yeah, or buy some t-shirts or something. That'll be other.
Okay.
I had someone's t-shirt didn't show up the other day.
Oh no.
So I was going to miss a birthday. So I sent them a little video saying, "Hey."
I sent it.
Did you? Okay, great.
It just had poop
on your damn Discord. What's that? It is Lance Needs Technology. But I put that in and it couldn't find it.
Well, I don't understand.
Okay, here I go. I'm putting it in. Lance Needs Technology. And there it is.
Case
right
sensitive?
There you go. $865 raised. That's not a lot of AI, though. I'm just saying.
That is not too much. No.
Oh, wow. Okay. So there you go. So Lance Needs Technology. Mycon's already managed to get it up there and post it long before I ever
thank you so much.
And I'll put mine up as well because it's just Tech Bandits. .org. And basically anything you can do helps. So that'd be great. All right. Well, let's wrap you up. I gotta go say hi to my son who's just finished his last day of high school.
And following a family tradition, David is going to kick him out and make him homeless.
Exactly. Right away. That's it. He's done his job. He's no longer a student. Out. No.
I assume you've packed this shit and put it out on the lawn.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. It's funny. The girls are out of the basement now because they're back in wherever they're.
Oh.
So we're actually. I think Jane and I are going to take over the basement while friends come over this weekend. So we're gonna have friends over and then they can basically take the house and we'll just take the basement. So it should be fun.
But no, wait. Do we get the nerd cave back?
Oh God, no.
Why?
Because the girls are coming back again.
They're coming back?
Yes, they're going to teachers college, and it just turns out that this is the perfect place for them to be.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're coming back.
Yes, I got 3 t-shirts yesterday. David Sams, I'm so happy. That's good. I'm glad that worked out.
Thank you so much, David Sams.
Get rid of that kid. Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you because t-shirts help too. If you want to buy some t-shirts or something, then you get something as well as I get something, which is good too. Although I think I'm going to give give Lady Jane and Baz all my love. I shall do that.
I'm telling everybody that you didn't even know that giving a gift at graduation from high school is customary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, David. Well, because David skipped that part of his life.
Baz got a like Baz says, Dad, you're invited to your first graduation.
He's right. And so I tell David, what'd you get for Baz? And he's like, get Baz.
What? I got him an education. What the hell?
Fed him food.
What else? Come on.
I let him sleep in the house.
Yeah, he's got a roof over his head. He's he gets.
I didn't kick him out when he was 16.
Exactly.
Make him live on the streets of LA.
Exactly. Yes. Like me, on the street begging for hard drives and what am I? An AI credit. That's right.
Challenging professional fighters.
That's true. Yeah,
to duels.
True. Yeah. Have you watched all the dark Black Mirrors yet?
No. Pretty good season or no?
Yes, but
okay, I like that.
Weirdly, much more depressing than I would like.
Maybe the world's just depressing.
I think the world's depressing, and I think I am in a melancholy that I think is.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think I found I watched a couple of shows, and then I sort of struggled to have to sort of think them through for a while. That's what, and then going back to books. Like I've done audiobooks. Yeah. I've done audiobooks. I don't do narrative stuff. I only ever do like fact stuff, factual stuff.
I like that.
But
they got ennui.
Ennui. That's it.
Leave it to the French to make it sound awesome.
I know, doesn't it sound classy? Yeah. It's like only in France can depression like get you laid.
Right.
My ennui is very bad today. I'm sorry. I am sobbing in my latte with my croissant and
only you can cure it, my cabbage.
Yes, my petit cabbage. All right, now that we've declared war on France, we shall say.
Okay.
What are you going to say? You got your summation.
I'm going to say, stand against ignorance.
Woohoo!
Stand up to cruelty.
Yes.
And stand even if it seems impossible.
Oh, very nice. You're tweaking it. You're tweaking it.
I am tweaking it. Yeah.
That's very nice. He's tweaking. He's tweaking. You've also, I noticed, got some kind of a wooden contraption going on there.
Oh, no. We changed my video camera so that it shows differently. I like the look better. It looks more like
It's less like it's less like you're sort of in
Right.
Yeah, no, I
agree.
It
was pushed in. So we didn't change where it's at. We just zoomed out or back or whatever we did.
So you've got an external camera on your iPhone?
No, I got an external camera by the monitor. And then this is just, I've got the iPad so I can look stuff up.
It's separate than the computer. Of course it is. Yes. Yeah. Naturally. Got it. Understood.
And then my brother-in-law made this thing for me out of wood.
Yeah.
So you could put it anywhere you want. Like it's adjustable. The adjustment comes from putting wooden shivs or scrap into it.
Very good.
Which, if you think about it, it's infinitely adjustable.
It is. There's nothing can stop it, basically.
Right.
Yeah. And also, and it's also can support your own weight.
Right.
Basically.
So there you go.
It's very sturdy looking. Phoenix Sterling says, thank you for this. Well, you're welcome. Lance and David, I enjoyed these streams.
Thank you,
They're a highlight of my workday. I hope you both have a wonderful evening. We shall indeed. Goodbye, guys. It's been great as usual. Oh, it's so nice. I'm glad everyone is enjoying our mirth and ennui.
Right.
It's nice to have a weekly ennui.
Or maybe an every other day ennui.
That's true. Well, that'd be
somebody
nice.
stops working.
Stops working all the time. Damn it. Yeah, I got to go work. I got to go film tomorrow. So, and nothing got to about it. I'm looking forward to it very much. I very much love this.
Well, yeah, it's going to be wonderful.
Writer director. It's kind of fun. All right. So I shall say, be brave, be kind, be brilliant, cheerio, and huzzah!
Huzzah! Woohoo!
Yeah. Thank you all, everyone. That was a real pleasure. Cheers.